Okay, let's do it. Let's bring in our first victim.
Okay, so 400 people actually applied this time. So going through all those was a disaster. So shout out to all the other mods that did that. The
Shout
first
out.
person we're bringing in is named Waffles.
Okay.
Hello, Waffles. Welcome to the show.
Hello. Thank you for having me. And I just wanted to add on the video that Hasan watched earlier. As a bald guy, we do not claim him.
Oh yeah, we were watching Andrew Tate earlier give incredible takes about masculinity. It was really good. He's a fountain of knowledge.
Hasan, your cameras are kind of jacked up on your screen. Oh, there you go. You're fixing it.
I'm fixing it, brother. Hold on. Okay.
So, Waffles, where are you from today?
I am coming from Finland.
Oh, nice.
Actually. So, just so you know, we don't all sound like Swedish or Knut.
Well, yeah, no, I know. You have your own accent. We just, yeah.
Yes.
We don't know.
thankfully.
I don't know enough Finnish people to impersonate it.
Yeah, it seems like I don't either. But yeah, I'm calling from Finland, and I'm well. I have. Do you want to hear the? Should I give you the spiel right now, or
Yes, we would like to hear the spiel.
What do you need advice for?
Yes, I am 28 years old, dude. I am
Same.
very shy. As I am cripplingly shy. I would say almost like very, in a sense. But I have been diagnosed recently with ADHD and some, we in Finland have the Asperger's diagnosis still in use, so I have that one. But I need your advice on how do I get over the abject terror of rejection I have. I have never been on a date. I have never asked anyone out. I have never done anything like that. I feel like an alien in romantic life in that way. I feel like I need a play-by-play, or I need like an earpiece or something when I go out and socialize. I work fine in small talk and all that shit, but everything else is terrifying to me.
Is there? So I know, like, when you're autistic, there's different types of therapy you can do to overcome these kinds of things. Have you ever looked into anything like that?
Well, I have been in different types of therapy for over 10 years, going on 12 years in lately this year. So I've done, I usually went to, for many years, I went to a nurse, a psychiatric nurse who we kind of talked about these things, and I've been on action therapy, like cognitive, well, not cognitive, but action-based therapy, like something that where practical therapy for
Has
a
it
little
has it
while.
has it helped you at all? This kind of
Well, not yet in these things. It has helped in other ways, but I feel like this is something that is hard to breach, because even though you can sort of rehearse it and all that, it's never the same thing, and all the advice is mostly about the confidence and self-esteem. And I don't know, it feels very non-physical, non-practical in that sense. Like you gotta be confident, you gotta do these things, and I know
Sure.
Hasan
It's
will
very
wants.
vague. What does that mean?
Yeah, like I need like step 1, step 2, step 3,
Okay.
something like that.
So there's a couple different things. Do you want me to? Can I step in here really quick?
Yeah, please.
Okay. So there's a couple different things. One, you talked about ADHD, which obviously I'm sure you're I mean, you can get medication for, and also on top of that, like I'm sure the people that you're talking to are probably suggesting like having a structured, regimented life, which is very helpful for someone like myself, at least. Like the way I deal with my ADHD is certainly creating structures and healthy habits. But other than that, as far as like overcoming social anxiety, obviously I can't speak for autism and how much of a role that factors in. I'm sure it does a lot, but um one thing that I did to overcome social anxiety when I was younger, and I still go through this every now and then, was I exercise it like a muscle. And what I mean by that is that your fear of rejection is not something you can get over unless you just get rejected a lot, and that's the unfortunate reality. And ultimately, you will get better in that process of being able to talk to strangers over and over again and getting rejected in a lot of those circumstances where it absolutely will help you realize that it's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a problem. And that more people are stuck in their own heads and have the exact same kinds of anxieties and fears that you're experiencing. And they're too busy with those kinds of fears in a social setting to recognize the things that you're doing that are weird. You know what I mean? Because that's one of the things that people are afraid of. It's like, oh man, am I sweating too much? Am I being really weird right now? Are they noticing that I'm being weird right now? And in most circumstances, they don't. I'll go so far as say that I used to have such like I don't even know if this is called social anxiety, but like I was so anxious that I couldn't wear glasses. I was so anxious that I couldn't wear a hat when I was younger. Where I unironically thought like people are gonna look at me and go, "Why the fuck's that dude wearing glasses outside?" Like that's the degree that I like overthought these sorts of things. And the only way that I was able to get over it was by talking to people all the fucking time, no matter what, even if it hurt, even if it made me, even if I was fearful. And that is unfortunately the only, in my opinion, the best way to get over that, and seeing it almost like a muscle that you have to train.
Have you tried watching any red pilled pickup artists?
I was I kind of was in that hole for a long time, like half a decade ago. But thank God I got out of
Don't
it
listen to
before I
them,
got
bro.
radicalized. You know. So
Dude,
and
you saved his life, Hasan.
I mean, there's a lot of people like this on the
Once you fall
internet.
down that red pill,
yeah, it's
then there's no hope. The truth is, what do you think's more the problem? Is it the like not knowing what to say in a social conversation? Like, let's say you're on a date, you're sitting across from a lady. I'm assuming
yeah,
you're
you're going
heterosexual.
too far already. I don't know how to get on one. That's one
Okay,
of the
but like theoretically, let's just
yeah.
say we've got the date. We're sitting across from you. Are you afraid that you don't know how to engage in the conversation? I mean, uh, 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 or you have conversations in the world, right?
Yeah, I'm not, I don't think I am kind of, the problem is I am sort of I can work with people. I can kind of I can put on masking. I can be like a present myself as a normal person, but all my everything I usually have social life is very I put it on the CHADVICE application. I put it as I have long-term acquaintances. I don't have friends in that
Right.
sense. I have a few friends, God bless them, they are awesome, and who have been with me since high school or earlier. But after high school, I kind of haven't really. I am not able to, keep up with people. It's probably fear of rejection and also a little bit of the ADHD. I'm a bit too comfortable in being spending time by myself. So it's hard for me to, call someone and go like, "Hey, want to hang out?"
So why did you have a lot of friends, or why do you still have long-term relationships that you cultivated in high school though? It's repetition, right? Like you were around them, you were forced to be in a situation where you were around them, and obviously that shows that your personality is not the problem, or you're not the problem in that situation. You just haven't been in a situation where you're around a lot of people where you can, slowly but surely cultivate relationships, right?
it's it's probably you're right. It's just very hard to get past that barrier of low self-esteem and
Well, it's a
confidence
vicious
issues in
cycle,
that.
right? You kind of just, the more you retreat, the worse your self-esteem becomes.
Indeed, indeed, and it's kind of like if I go to a bar and my friend is egging me on to go talk to someone, I'm kind of like I get very paralyzed because I don't know. It's very weird. It's weird thinking that someone would want something from me. It's kind of you gotta you gotta convince yourself.
Uh,
It feels
uh,
like delusion in that
I'll be
sense.
honest, even me to this day, I still struggle to pick people up in person. Most of my interactions through my life have been through online dating apps, to be honest, and like conversations that started on Tinder or something like that to break the ice. And like, because you almost in person, you kind of, you make you're so vulnerable because you really don't know what's going on the other side. But online in messaging and whatnot, you're able to kind of figure out if it's mutual. With Tinder, it's so easy because they swipe right on you, and it's it's
You're also
mutual.
gay. You're playing on easy mode. You're a good
Wait,
looking.
hey! Excuse me.
I mean, it's just
It
true
is
though.
not
You're
easy. All right. Look,
really online
look.
dating apps as a gay man is not easy. Is that what you're about to say? You're about to
It's
lie.
not for
Hasan,
everybody.
Also,
Okay,
Hasan, I
not for
didn't say I
everybody.
was gay. I wasn't. I didn't say I wasn't gay, but I am not gay. So
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for
that's
thank you
supporting
for clarifying.
Can I
Well,
ask?
okay.
supporting the Austin.
It's good
Yes.
information to know because then, Hasan is right though. Generally speaking, I think being a gay man in particular, I always say I could have a blowjob faster than an Uber Eats order. Like I'm not even shitting you. I could, you go on the app, you know, you can set your settings to what your type is,
now
and then
he's
just
flexing.
boom, populate
Yeah.
it. You know?
Yeah, and that's kind of interesting thing about that is that I don't know. I've never been very in as a cishet male. I have never been very comfortable expressing any desire or interest in people in that sense because it's the fear of rejection and also the fear of making someone uncomfortable in that sense, and it's kind of those rules are no rules, but those kinds of social cues are very vague, and it's very terrifying in that sense. And it's kind of course, it comes from uh, uh, training, repeating, exercising that muscle. But I'm kind of because I'm starting so late, or if I start now, it would be so late that I am
No,
afraid that
no.
it'll all be kind
Yeah,
of
there's
No,
no such thing.
there's no such thing as too late.
And so what I want to go back to is like moments in your life where you were already cultivating successful relationships, even if you were in a really complicated social situation, social setting like high school. So you clearly were able to successfully develop relationships with people around you in a situation like high school where many people haven't. Like, you know what I mean? You already overcame that. You already succeeded in that situation. Going to a bar in a large group setting like that is not for everybody. I would go so far as to say that it is advanced level shit. So don't worry about that at all. Work to your strengths. And I think that Austin is correct. Dating apps could be really helpful in
Have you tried
creating a
dating apps?
one-on-one setting with someone that you're interested in. Are you on dating apps?
Yeah, I use Tinder, but it's very very much like I'm very slow on my moves, so I go like 10 messages and then I either lose interest or don't have anything to say, or I'm too paralyzed to ask anyone out in that
Wait,
sense.
you
And
get so you get matches on Tinder?
oh god, oh god, am I leaking something? No, it's I get some matches, but I'm also it takes me a lot of effort to just say hi.
Dude,
In
you
that
get
sense.
action on Tinder. You're in the door.
Yeah,
How would you rate
exactly.
yourself
It's
on
the hardest
attractiveness?
thing, yeah.
I mean, for
Um,
guys to get the match, that's the hard part.
Yeah.
How do you rate yourself on physical attractiveness 1 to 10?
I am smack dab average.
Average is
if,
all you need,
That's
bro.
all you
yeah,
need, baby.
yeah, if it's like
Look at
one
me.
to 10, yeah, it's like 1 to 10.
Who's
From 1
better
to 10,
looking, me or
I'm
you?
a 5.
Who's better looking, me or you?
You know, I can't answer that fair way. No,
It's
it's
okay,
kind of
bro.
You
it's
already
it's
did
so
when you said that, bro.
no, but it's like
Can you
no,
send
you know, yeah,
dude?
I
You
don't,
got it. You're getting matches, and
yeah,
chatting on the Tinder's a great way to start. I mean,
mm,
It's how I
you're
started.
not face to face. It's low. It's kind of low stress compared to in person. I would definitely start there, man. Just chat them up,
yeah,
dude.
Yeah, chat them up.
yeah.
And you know what,
It's
man? This is what I think. When you're on Tinder and you're like, God, I'm so nervous. I can't, I don't know what to say. I want to ask them out, but I don't know. Just fucking do it. What are they going to say? No? Then who cares? Then they don't want to go out with you, and that's fine. Then you move on. You have to get comfortable with rejection because we all get rejected. Hasan, look at Hasan. He is like
All the time.
he looks like he's what personifies Chad and like sexiness, and he gets rejected. Look, Hasan's not my type.
And very
You know
and
what I
very
mean?
famously,
Like,
I mean, if you've been in here long enough, you heard the Cara Delevingne story. Like, there's just like there's a lot of instances like that where people just don't, and we match, and I think like, oh, this is perfect, um, you know, and then it doesn't. There's nothing that comes out of that, and it
it
happens.
happens to everybody. To
Yeah, it's
everybody.
I wouldn't. I would chat for a little bit, a couple days. If there's some, just that don't ask them out right away. I mean, I've been married for so long now. I've never even used Tinder, but that shit didn't even exist when I was dating.
mm,
We all just fucked each other in my friends groups in college. You know what I mean? Everyone just had sex with each other.
This
quit
You just
bragging,
see like
dude.
who's compatible. But just chat them up for a couple days. If the conversation's still going, just ask them out. I wouldn't ask them out right
Is,
away.
Yeah, no.
But the
Don't shoot
fact
from
it,
the hip.
is it
the
like
fact that you're having matches on Tinder is
It's
you're
good,
there,
really
bro.
good.
yeah, it's apparently okay. It's just yeah, it's
May
a
I suggest
I,
upgrading to Tinder Gold?
I gotta try that
You should.
probably.
I'm serious. Like it gives you more super likes. You can expand your. I'm not even sponsored by Tinder. I just think it's great. If you're
Yeah.
if you're hitting the internet market, you know what I mean. I think it's great. I'm not. It's not an
Also,
ad. I
What's he gonna
genuinely
do?
think it's
Date a
great.
Norwegian?
No,
God
you never
forbid.
know, right? The world is your oyster. Why would you limit
well,
yourself to Finland? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's
well, also, have you seen these devices where they just swipe like 100 times a second? So you might want to get one of those as well.
yeah.
Yeah,
I live
an auto swipe.
the,
Yeah, there you go.
one problem is that I actually live so kind of like at such a backwoods place that I have probably swiped on everyone at
That's
the
the issue. That's another
and
problem, man. Where you
yeah,
live, like I know so many people. Like my friend, he could not get laid in college. Um, we're from Oregon. We went to college in Oregon. He could not get laid, and he moved to Florida. And this guy every night, different girl every night. And I think geographically where you're located has a lot to do with what happens.
yeah.
Yeah, but
And
it's 0%. I mean, you're in Finland, so like obviously it's a little different, but like there is 0% chance that you have like seen every eligible person that you could be interested in being in a relationship with in your
of course,
proximity. It's
yeah,
like physically impossible unless you're in Iceland, in which case they're all your cousins. So GG's on that.
yeah, but you have an app for that. So in Iceland, of course, to know
Yeah,
that.
this
But
is true. The's literally an
Wait, there's an
application.
app in Iceland to
Yes.
determine whether you're related or
You
not.
think this is a joke, but it's not a joke. Yes.
but yeah, I
That's
want
awesome.
to kind of I want to before I probably leave the room for other chatters. I wanted to kind of go for that earlier. That kind of is it the because you Ethan said that it takes 2 days. Like talk to them for a few days or something. How is it? Because do people go like, hey, wanna grab a coffee someday or something? Is it really that only? Is
Yes.
it like you don't elaborate
Yes.
anything?
It's
Yes,
literally
it's
that simple.
literally It's like,
Yeah.
hey, do you want to go grab coffee sometime?
Yeah.
Would you
I
want to
would
go
Because
what
grab
I would
coffee?
recommend
I
for a
know.
first date, which would be really nice, is like, hey, let's get go to a nice place where you can get a coffee, go take a walk through a park or something, and just see if you guys connect in person. Yeah, that's it. I mean, you're really just trying to meet them and see if there's chemistry. You can take them for a meal, you could take them for a coffee, but I think women, or when you're trying to court someone, they like kind of a public setting. They
Yes.
like when it's not super committal, so it's like they don't feel trapped. So I think the coffee date is a perfect setting to meet someone.
Yeah.
I would second
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I think with eating dates, are a little bit more intimidating. I feel like there's more pressure
Yeah.
with eating dates. Where with coffee, you can sit and sip your drink and talk, and it's more conversational than a dinner. There's too much going on at a dinner. I think first date, Ethan's correct. Coffee date.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a. I can see that, and it's just usually I just get into my head so easily in that sense that I kind of start questioning every move so hard that it kind of falls apart before I get to that point. So it's just hard to be
You know what's fucked up
work
is
that.
these red pills and these pickup artists. You know why they're successful is because there are people like you in the world who are not confident socializing. These pickup artists, they go, we have the answers, right? We tell you what to do and how to say, and it's just a game. That's bullshit. There's no answer. The only answer really is for you to. There's no easy solution here for you. I'm sorry to say. You just got to do it. And if you're looking for like a partner, actually, if you're looking for someone to, build a life with, those red pills, those red pills is a bottomless pit of just pain and self-loathing and confusion.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
be genuine. The thing is like be thoughtful, listen, be nice, ask questions, be engaged with them. Just be genuinely interested in who they are and you know, try not to talk too much about yourself, I would say. More listen to them and try to engage with them and be interested with them.
Yeah. People love
And
to hear themselves speak.
Yeah. It's
it's not necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes when you're nervous and you just want to feel like you're doing conversation, but I think it's good to um let that person know that you're interested, that you're listening, that you're a nice person, and that's pretty much all you can do at the end of
yeah.
the day.
All right. That's yeah. I just think I need to try to run into a brick wall for for the first few times just to get over it. But
But
yeah.
you're not. You're
I can,
probably not even going to run into a brick wall. I mean, yes, there will definitely be failures, but that is how you learn and that's how you get better. And also, these things aren't as like these things aren't as by the book as Ethan also called out, like as red pill Andy's try to fucking describe it. So, um, it might just not be good vibes. You might not actually, you might not actually fit well with that other person. So
And
all
and
you can
and
do is keep trying.
don't take rejections personally either. You know what I mean? Don't get in your head about rejection. Don't go down that slippery slope of being like, oh, they don't, it must be something wrong with. No, there's nothing wrong with you. I would venture to say most interactions between people that are going down that romantic road don't work out. That's what I would venture to say. I can speak from personal experience. Most of the time that if I were to engage in a discussion like that, most of those haven't gone or materialized into anything. So you have to understand that you're not the only one in that, and it's not a you problem. It's just the human condition.
yeah. It's a you gotta. I think the for me it's just hard to be very laissez-faire about it in that sense, and it's kind of it's very hard to when you're in that moment. It's hard to realize that and
Do you
uh,
talk to a therapist about why you take rejection so hard? Because that's probably something to sort out with the therapist too.
well, it's probably very related to the ADHD in that sense. It has been very common for many people to have that problem about rejection being especially painful. a lot of people talk about rejection sensitive dysphoria in that sense. But yeah, I don't want to waste your time anymore in that sense. So
You're
Well,
not
just
wasting
remember,
it.
dude. Just remember,
and,
you're gonna fucking die like pretty soon, you know, in the universal scale. So I
yeah,
mean, none of this
that's true.
fucking matters. So some random girl rejecting you when you're on your deathbed, you're not even gonna remember her.
Yeah.
All
Not
right, but
forget your deathbed in like 3
In
months.
a
You're not even
week,
gonna
you're
remember
gonna
her.
not remember that at all. And
Well,
the more you get
yeah,
rejected, the more you get rejected, the less important it's going to feel. So take those, this is so cheesy, but take those losses as a lesson and see the positive in that, because you're like, well, I'm
bro,
learning. I'm
yeah, but
let me
learning
tell
and
you something.
I'm developing thick skin.
Hang on, I got something for you. The star Betelgeuse is 400, the size of 400 million suns. Have you heard of that star?
yeah.
You know about Betelgeuse? Betelgeuse.
Yes.
It's
Yes,
400 million suns, bro, and you care about being rejected?
Yeah,
It's so big, dude.
yeah. But that's just, I know it's cowardice, but what can you
Our
do?
sun
No,
is
you're
going
not
to
a coward.
explode, bro. In like 6 billion years, our sun is going to explode and engulf the whole fucking galaxy, dude. Your rejection
Yes,
will be
Ethan, you're
I
giving
think
him
I
an
will.
existential crisis on top
I
of.
think I will go get another drink here, but yeah. But before I leave, I just wanted to say thank you for the mods. They were absolutely great, and how they worked this stuff around and did everything very very clearly. So
Yeah.
and
No, they're great.
thank you guys, thank you all, and have a good one.
But
You
it's
got
not
this.
cowardice. Don't forget, it's not cowardice. It is perfectly natural to feel the feelings that you feel. Stop saying it's cowardice, okay? I would go so far as to say it's simply inexperience, okay? That's it. And the best way to effectively combat that is by gaining experience. So, exposure therapy. You got to fucking overcome it by doing it, and doing it with everyone. Just like talk to people. Force yourself to be more social, even if it's a platonic conversation. You know what I mean? And
Oh, for
ultimately,
sure,
you're
yeah.
just going to get better at talking to people.
Thank you,
Yeah,
my friend.
Thank you,
take care,
Waffles.
bud. Good luck.
Thank you. Bye.
I was gonna go pee real quick.
I have to pee as well. But you go first, and then we'll wait for the person, and then I'll go pee while you guys are
Do
giving
you-
advice.
Hassan, do you have like a time limit on this?
Yes, I do. We need to like do this a little bit faster, like because I have.
I was gonna ask you because the first one took a really long time.
Yeah, but it was good. It was a good, helpful conversation.
Just don't get red pilled, guys. That's the worst fate for any man.
No, I mean, there's like, I think this process, like, if they're here, if they're in my Discord, like, they've already moved beyond that. You know what I mean? There's very few people in my Discord like that. There's a lot of people in my Discord and in my community that was at the precipice of that are no longer, that are no longer in that place at all.
Approximately how many more people do you want
I
to
don't
bring
know.
on?
I mean, I
I
have
did
no idea.
okay because we have like 20 people.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's just like let's run through them as quickly as possible. Then.
Okay, cool.
He probably has a weak chin or something, and that's why the females don't want him.
Okay, stop, dude. Someone said, "Can you explain the red pill process?" I think my guy friend is going through that, and it is bad. Red pill process is this: when you start noticing that like your guy friend is blaming women or blaming like societal structures that are improper interpretations of how society is organized.
And making insane generalizations about all women.
Yeah. If they start eating raw meat, they start saying female more often. females.
Well, yeah, because basically the red pill, the pickup artists, they look at women, they start to look at women as objects, and they say like, you have to hack them. It's just you got to hack the mainframe. They look at women like they all want the same thing, and they're all basically lots of biological explanations. You start to hear that,
Yeah, yeah, like just the essentialist attitude about how men and women operate, and it's like super rigid. And you see it in the natural phenomena. It's a natural phenomena that's like reoccurring in interpersonal relationships. That sort of stuff. It's bullshit. All right, who's up next?
All right, let's bring in the next guest.
Okay, the next person is Iggy for mod. Their pronouns are he, him. Hi, Iggy.
Hey, can you hear me?
We
Yep,
can hear
what's
you,
going
Iggy.
on, Iggy?
Welcome to the show.
Cool. Awesome. I want to start this off by saying I'm a huge fan of Ethan. I literally created my YouTube account 8 years ago to add to my favorites the like warm it up, it's a 10 video because I wanted to show it to all my friends. So like super happy about that.
Thanks, bro.
And I guess I'm a fan of Austin and Hasan as well.
You don't have to mention that, but thank
Damn,
you.
bro.
Yeah,
Okay,
no,
it's
you don't gotta
sick.
do that. You don't got to do that. This is like the online version of when
Yeah,
people ask for pictures in real life, and then they ask you to get into it because they feel bad.
You know
It's all right.
who's not getting mod? Iggy for mod. That's who. Okay. How about
That's
that?
literally the only reason it's my name is because I want to be a mod.
Wow.
Come
Okay.
on. But I guess if I want to relate to Austin, I'm currently sitting in a closet because I don't want my roommate to hear what I'm about to say.
Oh my god! Like a
Like metaphorically, or are
proverbial-
we like
Yeah.
literally also?
No, like in a 2x2 closet.
Well,
Oh,
let's hear it. Well,
let's hear it. Well, this is.
Are you
this-
embarrassed for your roommate to hear it? Because you are talking to 40,000 plus people right now.
Yeah, but I don't know any of these losers.
Look,
Yeah.
I haven't been in a closet for 6 years. Okay.
All right, let's hear it.
Yeah, and sometimes I wish you went back in. So.
Oh, shit.
Fuck you.
So I'm about to out myself with something. So I'm 32. I live in Las Vegas, and the reason I'm using my actual like username is because if anyone else has this issue, feel free to message me like on Twitch or Discord. But anyway, so I have HSV2, which is herpes, and a lot of people, we're in a very large community, so
1 in
a lot
5
of people here, 1 in 5.
It means you've
maybe up
gotten
to 1 in
laid.
3. It does mean I've gotten laid. So basically how I got it was about 6 years ago. I was dating a girl, and she was very upfront about it, and I took my time, to do all the research about, what that would actually mean if I were to contract it, etc. And we used protection for probably 6 months, but I was like pretty sure that this was going to be maybe a future wife or a long-term partner. So I was like, all right, we can just go without protection, and if it happens, it happens, And of course it happened, and then like 2 months after that we broke up, and so I just felt like totally alone in my world. And so now I'm, a single guy. I was 26 at the time, and I'm just like, oh man, I have herpes and this sucks, and now like, my life is over. I'm never going to be able to date anyone. And it took me probably like 2 or 3 years to actually finally go on dates again because I was so afraid of how to actually disclose it. And since then I've had several partners, and it's never really been a problem with disclosing or anything like that. I feel like I have like a pretty good method of how to disclose, but I actually recently went on a date from someone I matched with online, and it didn't go well, and she was like disgusted by me, and she was like, this was a terrible time to tell me, and blah blah blah. And I was just like, okay, well, that sucks, because I've literally only had like 2 or 3 times that it
terrible
wasn't a good conversation.
Sorry, go ahead. Finish.
And so I guess, the three of you have all dated. Hasan and Austin are like regularly sexually active, and so I'm sure this conversation has come up quite a bit. It's also possible that one of you have it, and don't need to obviously express your own health issues or anything like that. But I guess like when it comes to dating, and it's a little tough since you're all men, so it's like maybe we're willing to put our precautions aside because like we want to have sex, obviously, like that's the end goal. But for me, disclosing it to a woman, especially like if it's something that I really want to be with, it almost feels like it's taking me out of dating because I'm just like so nervous of having to deal with that, and the whole like the anxiety of having to deal with that conversation is awful, and it's just such a shitty feeling. Even though like I'm not like I don't have like active herpes, like I have never actually transmitted it to someone as far as I know, and I've actually been with people who have had herpes, like when I've disclosed it to them, which is always kind of a weird conversation because then I'm like, oh, by the way, like I have herpes, and then they're like, oh, I do too, and it's like, were you gonna tell me? Like that's kind of a little bit sussy, but
So first of all,
yeah,
it's just let me just start off by saying thank you for saying I'm sexually active. That was very nice of you.
Well, hold on. You excluded me, and I'll say my wife is pregnant. I'm the only one that has physical proof to say, "Hey, I'm sexually active." You guys don't even, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but
Like you guys say, "Oh yeah, I get laid," but I'm the only one that has
but
evidence of
Okay.
that.
I feel like there's sexually active and then there's married. You know what I mean? I think they're two separate categories.
Yeah, I know what he meant. I'm just kidding.
Okay. First and foremost, so when I was younger, I had a scare where someone told me that they had it after the fact. Okay. And I was terrified. And so I went to the doctor, I got like tested. But before this process started, I went through the steps of rationalizing like what the problem was with herpes in general. So since then, I think I have a very like open-minded approach to this, and I think you'll understand where I'm coming from, especially as someone with herpes, right? First of all,
You have herpes?
if you no, but if you,
Oh.
I did not, but I went through the rationalization process to be like, what if I have it? Like, what if I have it? Like, what is the big problem with it? And what I came to the conclusion was that the stigma associated with it exclusively revolves around the fact that it's a sexually transmitted disease. Because ultimately, you see it all the time. People call it cold sores, right? Like that's herpes. I've had herpes in the sense that I've had shingles. That's herpes, right? It's a form of herpes. But the reason why shingles does not have the same kind of stigma associated with it, and the reason why people don't even realize that like cold sores are fucking quite literally herpes, and don't realize it. And also, one is type 2, one's type 1. Obviously, most people have a type 1, but a lot of people have type 2 as well. Okay. Chickenpox is also herpes. The reason why people don't have that kind of stigma associated with it is because it's not supposedly like about promiscuity. But ultimately, what the fuck is it? It's a zit. Okay. It's like an aggressive zit. That's all this is. So I walked through the steps on my own and realized that like at the end of the day, even if I did have it, which luckily I didn't, but if I did, then it wouldn't be that big of a deal. Type 2 hurts your cock though. Okay, well.
It's definitely like it can be an aggressive zit, like you say, but like most people who have herpes, they have one initial outbreak and then they never have it again. But the problem with that is like you are still shedding for the rest of your life, and it's always possible that you can pass that on, which is just kind of shitty because it's like I don't have bumps on my dick, I don't like if I've since my like initial outbreak, like I've never had any flare-ups, I've never had any issues whatsoever. So it's not like a woman's looking at my dick and she's like, it's like covered in like herpes bumps. Like, I don't want to have sex with you. Like, for all intents and purposes, I have a very normal penis, and so it's
Isn't
not
there
like
isn't there
it's not
medicine
like
you can take that like prevents you from passing it to a partner?
there is, and like I've always gone into a relationship that like I'm starting with like, hey, like I'm willing to take I think it's called Valtrex. It's like a once a day medicine. It lowers your chance to pass it, but it doesn't eliminate it. So like again, you're still rolling the dice if you're gonna have
I mean,
unprotected
look,
sex, even
at
while
the end
taking
of
it.
the day, you know, you got this thing. You can't eliminate the stigma, even knowing that it's like a weird cosmetic thing that comes up once in a while. It doesn't really harm anyone. I mean, it doesn't. It's not really harmful to the health in a
I think
serious
it
sense.
increases the likelihood, like, I mean, it's like every other thing. It increases the likelihood that you can possibly get cancer, I believe. But there are some complications that come with it, but it's not like the stigma associated with it. It does not match the actual fucking consequences. If that makes sense. Because like people are like, oh, you're dead. It's over. Your life is over. You're done.
No, but I
Like what you
understand.
just described.
It
It's
makes
not
dating hard.
at all.
And
It
that's how
makes
I
dating
felt
hard.
too when I first like got it, because I like cried about it, and I was like, oh my god, my life is over. And then you start researching it, and it's like literally like the one of the worst things that can happen with it is actually for women, and it's if they were to have an active herpes outbreak while they're giving birth, and they can
Yeah.
pass it to the child. But it's very rare because you would have to actually like have an active herpes outbreak going on, and then if that were to happen, you know, worst case scenario, they just do a C-section, and it's, you know, not terrible. But
Yeah, I mean,
obviously I understand that's a whole different conversation. But it's obviously like a worse thing for a woman to have to make the decision about than a man, because like you said, like I think the worst thing that really happens for a man if you have like a habitual bad case of herpes is that, yeah, you might be like more susceptible to cancers, and I think it has some issues with your kidney. So, you know,
but
I'm not concerned about it,
in
but
truth,
the harder part.
all you can do is disclose. Disclosing is a very nice thing. I mean, there's psychos out there that don't disclose. I mean, that's crazy. But like, if you're
Yeah.
disclosing, you're a good guy. Your partners will appreciate it.
I gotta
Obviously,
pee. I'll be back.
some women
Go
are
on.
gonna have a negative reaction, like what happened to you recently, and okay, fine, moving on. You know what I mean? That's what it is. I mean, you so you just got to disclose and find the right person who either has herpes already or who uh understands and is okay taking on that risk. What can you do? Aren't there dating sites for people with genital herpes too?
Yeah, I went on one, and it was not a great experience, just because it's like i- it's almost like, you know, you're lumping yourself into just like one group of people, and it while it's like, I guess it's okay because then you don't have to deal with the whole like situation of like, oh, you know, I'm disclosing and all this kind of stuff. It's like I don't want to have to just like pick from a specific pool of people just because of this,
Yeah.
even though
So
like, maybe it
I would
is more helpful.
I would you just got to disclose, man. It sucks. It's a shitty situation. You just got to disclose. I guess the question is, how long do you wait, right?
Right.
Maybe
Yeah.
it's hard because you feel like, oh, well, they're going to bail if I tell them right away.
Well, yeah, that's I guess that was like ultimately like my main question, because it's like I don't want to like lead off with like, hey, like here's my opener, and also like, by the way, I have herpes, so like, you know, do you
What?
want to still date me? But at the same time, it's like you wait too long, and then are you like betraying someone's trust, or are you like not saying it at the right time? And then like I obviously like always say it way before I'm gonna have sex or anything like that, because, you know, I don't want to be like getting ready to have sex and then be like, hey, by the way, like this is what's up, because that's super disingenuous.
Sorry about that. I
No,
was
that's
listening.
cool. Yeah, no, and I mean, I'm sure Austin has to deal with this, but in a much higher regard.
I don't have herpes. I don't have herpes. I haven't I haven't dealt with this in any regard really, but it's very informative.
Well,
Are you mad at that girl who gave it to you?
yeah, sometimes, but like at the same time, it was my decision to have unprotected sex with her because that's the male. I don't know. That's just what I wanted to do. Like, but the reason I brought it up about you, Austin, is because like
Oh,
obviously in the gay community, HIV
yes,
is a
yes,
much bigger
yes,
issue,
yes.
and the
Yeah.
difference between HIV and HSV or herpes is like two polar opposites. Like one, they both stick with you for life, but one of them can be pretty poor quality of life. But I mean, they've made a huge medical advances, like where a lot of gay men live with HIV, and it's not really a big deal to their
Right.
lives.
But the thing is, I'd say as a gay man, the biggest fear would be HIV for sure.
Yeah.
But they do have a drug called PrEP, which is extremely uh, successful at preventing HIV infection, from what I understand. But all STDs are a fear, of course. You just have to have practice safe sex and communicate well with your partner, which I think you're doing the right thing. It's just a matter of finding the right people. And I really look down on that girl who reacted the way she did.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
that's just fucked
yeah,
up.
like what should I have told you after we had sex? You know what I mean? Like, would that have been a better time?
Can I
Um,
can I pry a little bit? Like, how long were you guys dating before you told her?
Oh, we went on 3 dates, and then, like, I was pretty sure that we were out, like, getting ice cream, and, like, I was pretty sure we were gonna go back to my house and have sex, and I was like, "Hey, by the way, like, before we head to my house, like, this is the right time to disclose." I never like to disclose, like, anywhere close to, like, the actual, act of sex is gonna be happening because I feel like that's disingenuous. But yeah, it was basically like I told her, and then she was like, "Yeah, fuck this," and that's disgusting. And so yeah, sucked. But you know, if she was like that
Well,
about that, like it would suck about other things too. So
Bro,
I
you're a
wouldn't let that
G. Don't
cause
worry
that.
about it. She wasn't the
Yeah,
right person.
exactly.
Who cares? You know what I mean?
You did the
yeah,
right thing. It sucks she reacted that way. I wouldn't let it discourage you from just keep doing your thing. I mean, she should have been like, "Thanks for telling me," you know? Damn. I mean, she's kind of like, did you a favor. She's not a good partner.
Yeah, anyone who reacts that way when you are, you're doing the right thing, anyone who reacts that way obviously is not like the greatest person, you know what I mean? Or technically she might have never uh
Yeah.
like the reality is like she statistically speaking, if she's active sexually, she's probably been with people that literally have herpes and have not told her. You know what I mean?
she probably has herpes.
So you're doing the right thing, and if her reaction is that way, then she's obviously not put a lot of thought into it, or she's like not a very nice person. So either way, you dodged a bullet.
yeah, I agree. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much
You're
for.
good, dude. You're doing the right thing.
Yeah, you're doing the right thing.
Thanks. You guys are awesome too. I
Yeah, take
appreciate it.
care and hope you get
Thanks,
out of that
bro. Thanks.
closet. I sure did.
I'm gonna leave right now.
Yeah. All right.
Coming
Cool.
out.
All right. Go. I'm coming out.
Love that guy.
Ah,
That guy was such a good dude. Especially, I knew I liked him when he said he was a fan of me, and then I was like, wow, this guy
Yeah,
really.
that you're like this guy. He's got a good head on his shoulders.
Ethan, are you in a closet too?
No, I'm in a basement.
Oh.
That's like super gay. I'm not in the closet. I'm in a fucking
Yeah.
basement, bro.
A basement closet. I just see a bunch of clothes behind you. Is that the closet there? Or is it just wardrobe or something?
We have a bunch of Teddy Fresh
Oh,
top
I see. I
samples
see.
and proto samples and stuff down here.
I see. Gotcha.
Sorry, I'm gonna eat. Is that okay?
That's okay. I'll let it slide.
Yeah,
Okay.
of course. Yeah.
The next person is Booyah. The pronouns are he, him.
Bro, are you eating a Subway sandwich right now?
Mm-hmm.
Disastrous, dude. Like at
And
least
it's
get like
and it's
Jersey.
wheat bread.
Oh God, get Jersey Mike's or something, dude. What are you doing?
I like the calorie count on it.
What is it? 500?
Turkey, veggies. It's like real low on calories.
What do you got? What sauce you got in there? Mayo, ranch?
Just mayo.
Okay. Well, hey,
What is it? What
a
is
good
it? 500 calories? How much is it?
It's
I
500
mean,
calories for the
and also
mayo.
I get no cheese.
Oh, there
So
you go.
yeah,
Okay.
maybe 600 calories.
You're making sacrifices.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean,
I
you're
love
right about
mayo.
that.
I love mayo. Let's
All
see.
right.
Is that a
Who do
12
we
inch?
got? Who do we got on the docket next?
Yeah,
Booyah.
probably.
Booyah.
What's good,
Hi, everyone.
Booyah?
How are you?
Good. How are you,
I'm
Booyah?
good. How are you, Booyah?
I'm fine. So I'm sorry, but it's a combination of factors for me that it's really late here, and I'm a bit excited. And my primary language is not English, so my English is probably not going to be really good.
Where are you from?
I'm from Italy, but right now
Ah.
I'm in Denmark.
Ah. I love
I
Italy.
actually-
I just went there
Nice.
this summer. I was in Rome and Florence.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, you. Oh.
Spoken like a
Because
real
I-
Italian.
I've
That's
already
right,
heard you
that's
talk
right, I
about it.
forgot. we
he
went out
said
to
it.
dinner.
He said it like you just like were all over Italy. Like you were fucking Italy up. Yeah, I know.
And we know you were here. Yeah. I know.
I was
Everyone
about to
knows.
say that I actually accept a bit of Italophobia, so
Oh, it's the most unacceptable thing, I think. Freedophobia.
Well, what brings you on here today, sir?
okay. So my issue is like a bit similar to the one that the first guy had.
Yeah.
So I will try to continue from where he left.
Mm.
So yeah, my issue is that I'm 22 and I've been really shy for my whole life. But I actually managed to, like, since high school, I've managed to get a lot better at dealing with relationships. But I only managed to get better with, let's say, friendships, like to get comfortable with people as friends.
Mhm.
But I never managed to get intimate with girls. I'm straight, and I never had any sexual like encounter with girls.
That's okay.
And so I don't know. They told me to get.
Are you looking to
give
have
you guys,
sexual encounter? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
What's
And
your goal?
I don't know. It's like the weird thing for me is that I always thought, oh, okay, my shyness, is getting better. So maybe I don't know. Maybe when I go to college, this issue will get solved. But it didn't get solved. And then I said, oh, maybe when I get to another country, when I get to the big city, I went to Copenhagen, maybe it will get solved, but it didn't. And so, yeah, I'm in a situation right now where like all my friends have already had sex, and I'm the only one. When we have conversation, I never know what to say. It feels really weird.
Well, you shouldn't have friends, first of all, that put that expectation. It's not a.
Yeah, you shouldn't have any friends at all. That's right. Austin's right.
No, just but like your friends shouldn't put on like.
Yeah,
who
what the
cares?
fuck?
It's
Yeah,
not their-
wait.
what are they,
You haven't
gay?
disclosed your status
I mean,
to your friends? Like they don't know you're a virgin?
No, they know, but like it's one of those things that they know, but it's like weird both for me and both for them to talk about.
How old are you?
I'm 22.
Okay. I didn't lose my virginity until I was 21. I mean,
Yeah, I
Yeah, I lost it when I was 18.
20. I lost
Yeah.
mine when I was 20.
I know that
where
it's
do you
like,
go to?
Yeah, sorry.
Where do you go to? Do you go? Where do you go to pursue women? Do you do it online? Do you go out to bars? Where does the trouble come up?
I mean, I try both. I actually had like a couple of questions regarding this.
Go ahead, please.
Like, because when I go to bars, for example, like I always go with like a bunch of friends, and to me it's like really weird because it feels really weird to approach a girl when there are all of my friends together with me, and I don't know, it feels really weird. Like if for example, if I am in a group of friends and there is a girl that I think, oh, I would like to to talk more with this girl, or try to date this girl, I never know how to single out the girl from the group, because if you are at a bar with all your friends, it's like I don't know. For me, it's hard to say, okay, I'm gonna interact more with this girl and single her out with respect to all the other people.
Don't you just talk to her and see if there's like chemistry? You don't need to separate her. Just say like, hey, what do you do for a living? Whatever, blah blah blah. Start some small talk and see if there's chemistry.
Yeah. I've tried that, but I don't know. It seems like I don't know how to get farther than that.
Yeah, I just thought of a strategy. Okay, I'm shooting from the hip here. Ethan, Hasan, put me in my
Doesn't
place.
include date, rape, drug, does it?
No, no, it does not. Not at all. I was thinking like if you get nervous to talk to people or have extended conversations, because a lot of times for me, sometimes when I'm attracted to somebody and I'm talking to them in person, sometimes it's like really nerve-wracking to continue that conversation because you start to get like, oh my God, what are we going to talk about next? So like, have you thought about like in that, if you get those conversations going, make up like, oh, hey, I really got to go somewhere, but can I get your number? And then you leave to sort of think about things and then you hit them up over text and continue things later. Is that a good strategy?
Yeah. No, and so then we get to my other question, which was because I also tried like Tinder, dating apps. And my problem is that, okay, so if I decide to text this person, I get into this weird feeling that I don't know what to say. Like maybe I get accepted by some girl on Tinder, and I don't know. I say hi, and first of all, most of the times when I say hi or I say something like I send the first message, they never answer back. I don't know what it is.
I think that's mostly like with the last guy that we spoke with that you were comparing yourself to. That's most of this. Like you don't. It's not a you thing. It's most of these interactions end up like that. You have to be to some degree become comfortable with that.
Yeah, you mean that you send a message but they don't answer back?
Yes, it's very common, even with Hasan, right? Like I don't know, I haven't seen his dating profile, but the reason I say that is because he exemplifies Chad and sexy and everything like that. He even gets rejected all the time. People just don't respond. So it's very, very common. Do you just say hi with or do you say like, hey, what's up? Oh my gosh, I noticed you're a horse lover. I love horses
Yeah,
too. That's so cool.
I've tried a bunch of things. Like I don't know, on Tinder there is this thing where you can put like your music, like the music you listen to. So often I try to say, oh, the music that you listen to is really cool. I listen to the same stuff. But I don't know.
Yes,
Most of the times, it doesn't work.
and they don't respond.
Yeah.
It happens.
Okay, I have a question for
That's
you.
the name of the game with
Are
Tinder.
you just straight Italian, or are you? Because you sound. This is nothing to do with the conversation, but like you sound like you got a little bit of Arabic in you.
No, I'm straight Italian.
Straight Italian, because you keep saying
yeah.
B. You keep saying P's like a B, and I'm like, damn. Okay. Anyway, that was completely unrelated to the question I had. So the thing is, or I don't even have a question actually. The problem is like, look, there's no magic solution to being able to talk to people, and it fucking sucks on dating apps. Like it just straight up sucks because the attraction in most circumstances, like the incels, I hate to say it, are like kind of correct that like the attraction in most circumstances is already preset, especially on depends on which dating app you're on, right? Where it's like it's either a 1 or a 0, and then you move on from that point, right? So you have to find someone that already is like interested, and swiping on you doesn't necessarily mean that they're interested in a lot of circumstances. So there's no magic solution there. You just got to keep going after it. But once again, and we've already said this to the first guy as well, like being in a bar setting is not going to help if you are trying to, if you have like a little bit of social anxiety, and if you're trying to overcome that and you're trying to talk to people, like a bar setting is not great. It's not. That's like you can move on to that setting later down when you have more experience, but like certainly, the best scenario is going to be just a one-on-one type of date. And do you have a problem getting to that situation as well on dating apps? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, it never happened, but I think that if it happened, if it came to actually going to the bar with a girl. I think at that point I would be quite good, but the problem is that I cannot make this jump on dating apps.
Do you ask?
Yeah, I've tried like a couple of times. Maybe that is the problem. I don't know. Like after a couple of messages, just saying, "Oh, do you wanna go hang out at the bar or something so we can talk face to face?" But that couple of times that I tried that, I always got.
How many
you say it
times would you
just-
say you've tried? Be honest.
Yeah. And do you say it just like
It
that?
actually 2 times I tried that.
Well, 2 times.
You've tried
Did you
2
say it,
times,
hey,
brother. What are you doing? That's 2.
hey, do you want to go out to a bar and talk face to face?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm gonna give you an example from my life here that's not completely related to relationships. Okay, when I first started broadcasting, I was dog shit. Okay, I couldn't even string 2 fucking sentences together. I was really insecure. I could write well, so I decided I'm gonna write on a teleprompter and then do my broadcasting that way. If I had stopped after 2 fucking videos because everyone was like, "Dude, you absolutely suck. You absolutely suck," then I would not be here right now. I would not be doing this. You got to keep trying. Like 2 is nothing. That's not even a thing. Like you don't even know if you're good or bad at texting people or even like getting dates. If you've only been rejected twice after trying twice, like that's crazy. Just fire them off.
Yeah. I know, but if I got like 30 swipes per day, like girls accepting me, then it would be cool, because I could try a lot of times, but I get one every 2 weeks.
You're not matching a lot.
Yeah. How picky are you? Have you had people reach out to you that you didn't respond to?
Does Amouranth want to get in on this? Sorry, by the way.
No, I mean,
I think she wants to talk as well. I don't know. I'm seeing her in the chat. We can bring her in if she wants to. Sorry.
Amouranth, what a queen.
No, I'm not that picky. Like I started doing like the Ethan's trick, and I don't remember which video it was, but the trick of just swiping, yes, for everyone. So
you
I'm not
swipe
that
yes
picky.
on everyone, you get a few matches a month,
Yeah.
and they don't respond.
Now I'm also like in a big city, Copenhagen. I mean, it's not that big, but it's like still 1 million people. So
You're
Maybe
also
you gotta
exotic
work
as fuck, dude. You have a major advantage. You have a built-in advantage being from Italy, in Copenhagen.
It seems like you're not getting enough matches, so you got to work on your profile a little bit.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Do you work on your profile at all?
no, I have to admit I'm really bad at like all the stuff about taking picture and stuff like that.
Well, there's
See,
your
that's
problem.
that's the problem. Yeah, like, my Tinder profile was atrocious. Like, straight guys are notoriously bad at taking Tinder pictures, I think. So, I would definitely work on that, enhancing your profile.
Get a better photo, change the description, try that for a week, see if you get more matches. Get a really nice
I don't
photo
know.
of yourself.
Like I do take a good picture. Like I don't even know how to do that, honestly.
Take one right now. You don't have to. Sorry, didn't want to.
I mean, dude, listen. That is going to be a little lame, but you're going to have to suck it up and you're going to have to get your friends to take photos of you sometimes, okay? Sometimes you need the homies to take a photo of you staring off pensively into the fucking distance, okay? It's just going to happen. It's just a part of life. It's a part of living in 2022, living in the modern era, living in an era where you got dating apps. Everybody does it. There's nothing you can do about it. You got all types of different like cool environments that you go to probably on a daily basis. Just fucking stare off into the distance and make them snap like 100 pics. One of them's gonna be good. Okay. So
You want to say hi?
You must do that. That is a must. Okay.
How would you describe your friends, by the way? Are these like broy bros that like, they like clown on you for being a virgin, or like, are those the type of friends we're talking about?
No. They're not. I mean, I think I am the first one who I clown on myself a lot for this issue.
Hello.
Hi, Ira.
Hi.
Chat's going crazy right now.
I'm going to pop any minute.
Show the profile again.
Wow.
That's great.
Congratulations.
Stay up.
Listen, this is why
Still
this is Loki. This is why I invited Ethan on, because I'm like, nobody listens to my advice, but they're like, you already have street cred. You know what I mean?
I got a pregnant wife, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, dude, I don't know what to say. It's a game of numbers. If you're not getting matches, you gotta. How would you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10 on attractiveness?
I don't know. I think I'm pretty middle. I don't know, middle of the scale.
You want to have him compare him to you
Or
again?
everybody says that.
Are you more attractive than me or no?
I think we are more or less the same. I'm your younger version.
More or less the same. So your prospects are looking pretty bad, dude.
Get the fuck out of here. Oh no. Okay.
You got a nice haircut. You groom, and you got like a nice haircut. You groomed. Are you fit? Like, how's your photo look?
Yeah. No, I'm not that fit, but I think I.
Can you hide it well? Like you got, you wear at least clothing that fits your body well.
I don't know. I think I'm starting to do that. Like there was a point in my life where I didn't give a fuck about clothing and stuff, but now I am starting to getting better. I think.
Damn, bro, you're Italian. Come on, you gotta flex that fashion, dude.
I don't think I have one singular like piece of Italian.
Yeah, I was memeing.
Have you been to America before?
No, I've been for like a week to New York, but that's it.
Okay. Can you cook Italian food?
Yeah, I'm a great cook.
Dude, is that front and center in your profile?
Yes.
Yeah. It's in the first 2 lines.
Photos. No, get the homies. Okay, here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna invite before next week ends. You're gonna invite all your homies, okay? And you're gonna cook them. You're gonna whip up a sexy ass Italian meal for the boys, okay?
Yeah,
and while you're doing that, you're gonna be like, "Listen, I need you to take a photo of me, okay? I know this sounds a little weird, but
you mean while I'm cooking?"
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, dude. Yes, you have to
Amen.
communicate that to people. Well, like, maybe even and then what's the second part of cooking? Eating. Take a photo with the boys when you're at a restaurant, okay? When you're eating a nice meal or something like that, okay? These are things you need to do. This is one way to immediately improve your profile, okay? Everybody
apron,
loves
too.
cooking.
Put on an apron and a chef's hat. And take
Okay,
your
maybe not a
shirt off.
chef's hat, but like an apron could be cool, I guess. Yes.
No, the kitchen is good. This is good. This is a good
Yeah.
direction.
No, but like I'm serious. I think honestly, look, I'm not I don't know. Wouldn't it be hot? Like even no matter what, like you say you don't work out and like you're not super fit, but don't women like find confidence sexy? So like take your shirt off. Put the apron on
what?
with no shirt.
Dude, Austin, stop. You see, this is where okay, you're giving advice like a gay man right now,
Is that
okay?
gr-
This
is
isn't
that
fucking
Grindr
this is not
advice?
Grinder, okay? He needs to
I just think it's
I would say the opposite. Keep that shit on, bro.
okay. I don't know. I thought maybe confidence was sexy. The dad bod is in.
all the girls in the chat said no collectively as Austin was saying his
I mean,
things.
I'm not that out of shape, but I don't have a six-pack neither, so I don't think it will work.
No, you don't. No, shirtless photos are
Alright,
like
forget it.
Like that's
Forget it,
very
whatever.
tricky. Shirtless photos on your dating profile is very very tricky. Even if you're shredded, a shirtless photo on your dating profile is tricky because like then you're basically signaling to people that like you're
I've done
that
it before.
guy.
Okay, well,
Austin, you are literally you're gay. Of course you have to have a shirtless photo in your profile, dude. What the fuck
That's
are we
true.
talking about?
that's true. You can't even be competitive if you don't have a shirtless photo.
That's
in your
that's
profile.
crazy. Like
That's just how you enter the game right there.
yes,
Anyway,
this
sorry.
is entirely
Forget what I
different
said. Keep
playing
your shirt
field.
on. Keep your shirt on.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, but
Anyway,
so
you're
if I can ask the last question, maybe.
Yeah.
You're only 22. It's like you're not. You shouldn't be panicking yet.
You should be
Yeah, but,
panicking at all at
my
any
issue
age.
is that it has been with me for a lot of time, from my perspective, and it seems like things around it have got better, everything around it has got better, but this single thing has remained like stuck for, I don't know, 5 years, or 6 or,
Dude, you have
You'll
so
figure
much time. You have so much time. You're crazy. You're super young. You're crazy for even thinking about that or feeling bad about that. What you got to solve right now is getting to the dating phase at the very least, like getting to a situation where you're going on dates and stuff. And that's the problem that you need to solve first. Not that there is a problem. It seems like there isn't. You just haven't really been trying. So get after it. Fix up your dating profile a little bit. Get some cool photos in there. You know, if you have a friend with a dog, definitely take a photo with a dog. That's always
100%.
good. One photo while you're cooking, and of course when you start conversations, like people don't really put a lot of stuff on there that is good, and creates opportunity to converse. So I'm not really good at dating apps. I'll be honest with you, like, or at least on Raya, there's really nothing going on there. Like that's really interesting to talk about. So you just gotta get lucky with like whatever your set of interests are. And you're gonna be all right. Just oh, Amouranth is ready. Okay, I'll send you the Discord invite. Well, I can't. One of my mods will reach out to you, but go to discord.gg/Hasan Amouranth.
My parents who are babysitting are leaving.
Oh, are you about to leave?
I gotta leave soon.
Oh no. Okay. All right. Let's get after it then. Hopefully that was helpful.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you guys very much.
Why'd you turn off?
I'm jerking off. I was fanning myself with my fucking robe. It's hotter than shit.
Shirts off, dude.
Oh, dude, I can't. No, not in this lighting. I just show a little peck. You know what I'm saying? A little upper peck right here. Just that's what we do. Just a little bit. Just a little tease, Ethan. You know what I'm saying?
I do. Yes.
Okay. While we wait, by the way, I got to run an ad break right now. Because contractual obligation and all. Ladies and gentlemen, you already know, top of the hour ad break. You can subscribe for $5 or for free with the Twitch Prime in order to avoid those ads while we wait for the next person. Okay. Here's the 1 minute ad break now. Okay. Who's next?
The next person's Lamar. Amouranth has access to just click on the stream voice channel if she wants to join.
Amouranth, you have been granted streamer permission, so you just need to get onto the voice channel. Just click on the stream voice channel, and you'll be in here.
Yo.
What's up, Lamar?
How's it going, Lamar?
It's going good, yeah. How you guys doing?
Doing well. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us this evening.
Oh man, this is your charitable work.
No worries. What brings you here today?
So, Hasan, man, you need to diversify your audience because I've got the same issues as last guy and waffles pretty much.
Well, you have the same issues, but you're a oi bruv on top of that.
Yeah.
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 I was ready for that.
Of course.
Yeah.
All right. So what's up? Talk to us, Lamar.
All right. So the situation is basically, so I'm like 21, and I got like real deep into incel type shit when I was like 16. And then like I kind of started getting out of it around 19-ish, and started cleaning myself up watching political Twitch streamers that shall remain nameless, and then Hasan later on. But then obviously that was like as of about 2019, and then 2020 obviously Rona hit as well. So pretty much throughout all my late teens, and then through university as well, I've not really had any interaction with women at all ever.
So
yeah.
Go ahead. Finish, please.
That's basically it. That's
so
what I would say.
Do you? I'm thinking that perhaps maybe you need to increase those interactions.
Yeah,
similar to the last. Oh, have you been doing that? What have you been doing?
So I got Tinder a couple weeks ago, and I get matches on Tinder. I do pretty well.
There we go.
Hey, Amouranth.
Yo.
What's up, Amouranth?
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for inviting me.
No problem. Thanks for blessing us with your presence. You can turn on your cam too if you want.
I'm trying to figure that out. Let me try my virtual camera.
So you get we're in the hot tub and everything. Let's
Boom.
fucking-
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know how to get it so that I don't have my overlay on. It's transferring the overlay right now.
It's fun.
Okay.
Change bikini. We passed that. We changed bikini already? Or do you still owe us?
Maybe I can get like a less cluttered scene.
Boom. Damn, you got different angles and everything. What?
Yeah, there we go.
Amouranth, yes.
This
I
is-
love this so much.
I feel like I can't give advice anymore. I'm doing. Okay, let's do it.
This is actually what I used to do. Like last year, maybe more than that. I used to have a segment where people would send me their Tinder bios, and I would tell them what the fuck is wrong with it, and what they need to delete, and how to reword things.
Oh hell yeah. Okay.
Good service, like a third party service.
Notice how quiet Lamar got. I feel like okay, Lamar, explain your issues now.
Lamar, hey, it's okay.
It's all good, man. Don't worry about it.
No, tell us. It's okay.
So I'll carry on pretty much. So I get matches on Tinder, and I do speak to them, but there's a lot of background noise. There's not really a whole lot I can do about that.
Is it me? Do I have background noise?
No. We can't hear your background noise, Lamar. You're good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So I do talk to them on there, but it's really about. That's more of a confidence boost. I'm not really that interested in getting with Tinder girls for like short term kind of stuff. Really, more my problem is for like real life kind of things.
But don't you meet Tinder girls and then the goal is like you meet and see if you have a connection? It's not just to hook up, is it?
I mean, in my experience so far, it's mostly been people wanting to hook up.
So someone in the chat said, Hasanabi, listen to me, tell the Oibruv that Tinder in the UK is just for guys who want to BANG. He needs to get Hinge. So
What does that mean?
Hinge.
So it seems like if you're looking for a long-term committed relationship, you're looking in the wrong places. Unless you want to get it out of the way, and then definitely keep on Tinder.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's Bumble, right? That's the one that where like women get to choose you.
Yeah, women get to talk first, I think. Yeah.
So either that could be really good or just nothing happens at all, knowing women. I'm not sure which one.
Yeah. I think I do. I haven't used Bumble or Hinge. I've never heard of Hinge, to be honest. But no, I might check them out. But anyway, this is more of an aside. This was not like the main point of me coming on.
What's the main point?
The main point was I've had my eyes set on an IRL girl for the past couple months.
IRL girl. Okay.
Yeah. No,
Like you're not voting on a streamer? I'm so impressed. Good for you.
What?
I didn't say
So
that.
tell us about this bird, mate.
All right. So I work from home doing like software development stuff, and at lunchtime I go out and get coffee and all this kind of typical shit. I don't really know. And yeah, the woman who serves me coffee she's mighty fine, and
Yeah.
she seems relatively into me as well. Like not 100% sure, but like 60-ish% sure, but I'm not entirely sure how to go about it.
What sort of things does she do that leads you to believe she's into you?
Well,
and Amouranth, maybe you could help with this.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. It's just because we talk. There's not really that much else to it.
Her
So
job.
I could just be dead wrong. Like
That's what I was gonna
serve me
say. You
coffee
got to
and
be
then
careful in
stop and
those.
talk for a while.
You got to be careful in those situations because, as Amouranth says, her job is to talk to you.
No, but like, it's not like a sit-down restaurant. It's like she's got other people waiting to serve. It's like I'm getting coffee and leaving, but she'll stop and talk.
Right, but it can be dangerous because if she picks up the vibe that you're kind of into her, she's gonna ham it up a little bit so you give her a tip.
Well, they
True.
don't tipping
But tipping
culture
really
doesn't
UK.
exist. Yeah, it doesn't
Does
exist
it?
like that.
No,
Oh,
I've never
okay.
tipped her in my life.
I mean, what's there to lose? You say, hey, you know what? Maybe it's just me, but I don't know. Maybe we could talk outside the coffee shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
That
It's
is the
nothing
running
for you.
plan, but I
If
don't
she
know about the
says no,
phrasing.
then you fucking go to a different
No,
coffee
because
shop.
she could find that creepy if you word it like that.
Yeah.
So,
Okay,
like,
it's
what do you
creepy.
mean, like a back alley or like?
I would maybe get her number. How about that? Can I get your number?
One.
Yeah.
There you go. If she's into you, she'll say yes, and if she's not, she'll say no. And
Or
then
Be
she'll
choose
say
like-
one.
yes and give you a fake number.
Maybe
That's
like, I'm
true.
looking
You have
for a
to watch out
proper
for that.
shagging, bro. That's what you should say to her.
What
Sorry.
But she'll just
You have to
she'll just
go
lie
on.
and tell you she has a boyfriend if she's not into you.
Yeah.
So
It's fine. You just go to a different coffee shop and be embarrassed for a few days and move on.
yeah, Lamar, I think look, I think you need to ask her number. Find in the hey, as you're leaving, right? That's always the best thing because you want to have like it's the end of the conversation. Like, hey, I gotta go run to whatever you do on a daily basis. Hey, I gotta go run. Can I get your number real quick? I feel like we could, I don't know what
Yeah.
else to say after that, but just hey, can I get your number? Get her number and see if she gives it to you. Cool. If not, then cool. And then you know.
Exactly.
Just, you could just even qualify it by saying something along the lines of like, I could be totally off base here, but I and feel free to tell me if that's the case. But, I think we got a good thing going on. Yeah, and then
the
ask
advice
for her
I've got
number.
people in real life is not to deep it like that and be like,
Like
I'm
it-
into
it-
you, you're
let's
into
be
me, and
honest.
just try and keep it casual.
Let's be honest. It doesn't matter what you say. If she's interested, she's gonna give you the number. You're figuring out like, oh, I gotta say it this way. I gotta say it this way. It doesn't really matter. Like you guys have some rapport. She already knows if she's interested in you or not. Let's be honest. So it doesn't really just say whatever you think sounds good in your head, and she'll say yes or no, and then
Ethan,
That's-
dude, you're so right. Everybody overthinks they want to say the right perfect thing, but if they like you, it's really hard to fuck up. Like Lamar, you would have to pull your pants down and take a shit in the middle of a coffee shop
right.
for it to fuck that situation up. That may put you
She
on,
knows. She
an
already
ice.
knows. So
And this
she'll-
this way is actually really risk free because it's a woman who works at a coffee shop. That's the only time you'll be seeing her is at that coffee shop. So she's not going to feel like she owes it to you to keep relations like she would a coworker. She's not going to feel like I can't make this awkward because I see him every day. She's not going to be afraid to like just tell you how it is at the coffee shop, yes or no.
Yeah, a lot of people in the chat are suggesting that you give her your number. That way, like, she can make the decision. But you have to remember, like, if she doesn't text you and if she doesn't use that number, then it's GG's. You know what I mean? Like, don't be weird about it.
That's
And
a lot. That one's. I like just being.
That way works too. I think that it just depends on the culture in your area, if that's like a thing that happens or not. I don't know. I feel like women here in America, they really like initiative.
Yeah.
And they feel weird for some reason because America's like really prude. It's still kind of weird for a lot of women to make that first move, and they feel like they're being a slut if they text you. But if they're just replying, then it's not as weird. So it really depends on each
I
woman.
agree.
Yep.
I agree. Just be direct, and if you do it that way, you'll still have questions about like, oh, what happened, and something. You're gonna want to go back in there and check on her. You're just gonna prolong the whole uncomfortable shit. Just be direct. Show her your dick.
What?
Sort out.
In the coffee shop.
Yeah.
On the
Yeah, no,
culture thing,
here's
that's
what you
really
do. Here's what you do. You wait until you figure out what her shift schedule looks like. You wait until she's done with her job, okay? And then you follow her, and then you go, "Oh my god, it's so crazy fancy seeing you here." And then afterwards, like women love that. Women love to be stalked like that. It's like something that they're really into.
He's being sarcastic. Please,
Yes,
chat. I know
I'm
someone in
don't do
chat-
any of those things.
I'm sure someone in chat's like, really? Oh my god, the king has spoken.
I was literally joking, and people are like, "Well, it's because you're a Chad, dude." It's like, no, I would never do that, dude. That is Jesus Christ. Okay. Yeah, don't do any of that. I was just kidding.
Yeah.
Please. Oh my god.
Go
I
for
don't
it.
want to take too much of your time because I know
Yeah,
there's a lot of people. waiting.
Lamar, next steps are
Yeah.
to get her number if you can. Just ask politely, of course. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But at least you know what the result is.
Yeah.
Exactly. You get some closure for yourself, so you can just move on or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
Do it, bro.
Yeah,
Be
All right,
that
Lamar.
guy.
Best of luck
You
to
know
you.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Be
Man.
that guy. Be the guy that asks for the cute hostess's number.
All right.
Be brave. Have balls. You got this.
Yes. Have
Right.
balls.
Good luck.
Good
See you
luck.
now.
Good luck, my friend.
All right, I gotta go.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Thank you, Ethan. Why am I like acting like this is my fucking
All right.
stream?
Well,
I'm like,
Ethan.
I've introduced everybody.
Ethan, thank you
Go
so
ahead.
much for coming on. This
Thank
was
you, guys.
wonderful.
It was
Good to
fun.
see you.
Chatty, nice seeing you, Amouranth.
Thank you, Ethan. Nice to meet you.
Natural habitat this time, not in a pool full of crackers like the last time.
Yeah, I know.
It's
The
a
last time,
normal pool.
yeah. Last time we did a hot
But
tub stream, it was I felt greasy afterwards.
Yeah, that was pretty nasty. The crackery. Yeah, I've been selling some of those crackers you were sitting on. I've been bottling those and selling them in the black market.
You really?
I've got like 100K banked, so I owe you
I
guys
bought
some
some of
money.
them.
Yeah, I got one that Hasan farted on, and that one actually sold for the most.
Tell you
Crackers
what.
that farted on.
Ugh.
Amouranth, you ever think about jarring your farts like that one girl, or is that?
You're not supposed to give away my soon business strats. Come on. That's
Apparently,
supposed
it's
to be
dangerous
quiet.
though. She had a heart
Boiling the
attack. No.
pot. It's
I
dangerous.
think
What?
I don't
She
think
had a heart
Amouranth.
attack?
I think if
No,
Amouranth.
I'm pretty sure she got COVID, and then she just made up an excuse online because she was already in the hospital taking pics, and was like, "I can just tell people that it's because of my farts, and that
Yeah.
way I can stop farting in a jar and get relevant, and then promote my NFTs."
You're right. That's a really good point. You don't really go. Yeah.
Heart attack.
Exactly.
Would you fart in a jar for charity, Amouranth?
Yeah, I would fart for charity.
All right, my gears are turning.
Fart for
Like
dogs.
colon
Dogs
cancers,
in need.
colon cancer research.
Hey,
Fart.
colon cancer is no joke either. I got a colonoscopy this year.
You
Or last
did?
year. Last year.
You're so
Old
young.
man.
I know. I did it because I'm a hypochondriac, but I decided to go get it because I thought I felt something. And they did find a precancerous polyp. No shit.
Holy shit, that's
Yeah.
good luck for you.
Could
I
have
mean,
saved my life.
Actually,
I mean,
working with Ludwig to do something soon. I would have asked Hasan, but he's anti-capitalist, so you know.
For what?
It's
Well,
for upcoming deal. You'll see soon. You'll see. Maybe some farts. Who knows? Something to do with
Hasan,
that.
if she's farting in the jars and selling them herself, she's controlling the means of production. That's
Yeah, it's your farts. You know, it's your body. You're just selling whatever you want to
My
sell.
body,
There's nothing
my
wrong with that.
choice. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, do you?
Fart
Well-
for a cause.
everybody watching Hasan. Love you guys. Everybody on the stream, all the callers, love y'all. Hasan, excited to be back on Leftovers with you soon.
Hell yeah.
That's a full salute, brother.
Oh yeah, I want to be on
See you
Leftovers
soon,
again. That
brother.
was fun. I'll be in LA either late this month or next month. So
Are you buying a house or something in LA?
I'm trying to figure it out. Still, I was gonna buy.
she's
Rihanna's
buying
house.
Los Angeles. She's the
I'm buying Los
wealthiest woman on
Angeles.
He's gonna buy
Yeah.
another gas station and live in the gas station.
But that would be content.
Yeah.
Free Slurpees for everyone who comes to visit me.
All right. Well,
I
anyway,
don't know if you want people visiting.
Take care.
Love y'all. See you.
All right.
I gotta piss like a racehorse. Hold on.
Again? All right.
I've drank 40 ounces of liquid.
I mean,
Okay.
I have to pee too. But yeah, let's bring in the next person because like we don't have a lot of time here.
I can chat.
Okay. The next person's Explosion Lord. Their pronouns are he, him.
Great name right after the fart combo. Welcome.
What's up, Explosion Lord?
Hello. Does this microphone work? I guess so.
What does Essane main simp mean?
Oh, it's. Do I have to say it? I guess. Fucking hell. It's fine. Nah, don't mind it.
Okay. Let's continue. So what seems to be the problem?
Okay. Hello everyone. I'm Explosion Lord. Currently 20-year-old university student. Basically the thing is I want to get in either, I don't know, like a relationship or like just anything. However, I have no clue regarding talking to women beyond basic platonic study, hobby, society stuff. Since I talk with them the same way I talk with the other dudes.
That's good. That's not a bad thing.
Yeah, that's actually
Yeah.
preferred. Women don't like it when you talk to them differently.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah, talk to them like they're a
do-
human. Good job. Proud of you.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Of course. Also, it doesn't help that I think it doesn't help that in real life, I don't get like when I'm in the flesh in person. I don't get honestly. I don't. I don't get aroused. I don't even get. I don't get aroused. I don't get attracted to any 3D women at all. And I intentionally try to distance myself from all sexual thoughts and feelings when it comes to real women in real life.
Oh, so are you saying you're not attracted to women? I think I'm misunderstanding.
No. The thing is, the thing is, I do, but it's like, but it like if I'm like thinking, like if I'm alone or if I'm like browsing internet, if I'm in real life, I like turn it off. So I'm like when you see me said, oh, that's Explosion Lord, the average university student. Also, though, the main problem is that like I have a, should I say this? Should I have a deep mistrust of women in general? I'm sorry, but I can't help it.
Where do you think that comes from? What was in your childhood that made you snap, you think?
I don't know.
Can we get Dr.
It's
K
like
on the phone?
I was actually pretty normal like during my first year in university, but then I think during 2020 it like when I was like stuck in my house. Actually, even before that.
Were you ever
Just
cheated
before.
on?
Huh?
Were you ever cheated on?
No comment. No.
That's a yes.
But no comment.
That's
No,
why he doesn't trust women. Okay. That's
no,
okay. It happens.
So wait, what do you mean when you're in public? So are you sexually attracted to women? Because you just might be ace or asexual. You know what I mean? Like that's something that is a thing. You know? Do you just like 2D women?
I feel like 2D is like 2D women won't betray you. But the thing is that
Oh, he needs a hug. He got cheated
also,
on. Chat. That's sad.
actually, when you think about it, like even in actually, I remember on actually actually technically 2D women can also cheat on you since there's like certain stories.
True, if that's how
But-
they write the character.
True, but like usually they won't they won't betray you, I guess.
I think what you need to do before you can tackle your problem with talking to girls is talking to a therapist and realizing that in most situations, unless you cheated on her first, it's not your fault, and you need to move on from that and learn that not all women are the same way.
Do you have a body pillow?
Why would I? No.
Wait, you don't have a body, but I have a body pillow.
That says more about you than anything, honestly.
I have 2 body pillows, but technically
I have
one
a body
is.
pillow coming out soon of myself. It's not on sale yet.
I'm about to have 3 body pillows.
I have a.
You
can just put it in the background next to Obama. It'd be perfect.
Yeah. Oh wait, hold up. So you said 2D women can't hurt you, but 3D 3D women. Okay, women can. But you won't say that you've been cheated on. I mean, I don't know. Do you talk to a lot of women in a non-platonic setting? Do you turn it off, or are you even interested in women? Like I don't really I don't really understand that.
Like, what do you mean non-platonic setting?
I think I get it.
Have you flirted with like a human woman in the flesh recently, and have you been attracted to them at all?
I usually just talk about stuff like common interests. Usually, most of the time, it's either if it's not work.
But you're not attracted to
I
them
don't
at all,
know.
like when you're talking to
No.
them?
Like, I don't know. Like, there was one time in high school. I think, during when I was in high school, like final year. I think like I knew this girl, and like I think we just talked about I think the art in hentai and stuff.
Right.
Okay.
that's the last
Wait,
time you
you
talked to a
found you
girl?
found a woman that was also into hentai.
Wait, what?
You found a
No,
woman.
I don't even know how it like. I think uh, it's like.
Because that's
I
it,
was
brother. You
thinking-
need to hold on to that, okay? If they're out in the wild
No.
talking about, yeah, I love the art in hentai. I love having discussions like that. That's your woman, okay? That's like you have a very specific interest, okay? And that's
Yeah.
like,
I don't know. I think part of it might be in his mind, he already has this mental block there because he has trust issues. So he's already rejecting himself or like seeing the doom of a relationship before he even says hello. Therefore, his boner just dies before it starts and he's confused. He's like
Hello?
already playing out the scenario in like a split second when he sees a girl and he shuts himself down.
hello?
Oh, hello. Yeah, she's also like, I don't know. It was also kind of weird because she was also like, like supposed devout Muslim. So
Wait, she was a devout Muslim or you're a devout Muslim?
she.
Oh, okay. She was a devout Muslim and you guys were talking about hentai? What the fuck? That's
Yeah.
she
I
she
think
That actually
follows
makes sense because a lot of people feel that animated porn or like animated girls is not the same kind of sin as real life because it's art and fantasy.
Bro, she's perfect. This woman is perfect. Reach back out to her, okay? She's not
I don't know.
haram, okay?
I lost contact like after high school. I lost contact with everyone after high school, so it's fine. Except for like a few people that I talked with regularly, I guess.
Okay.
That's normal.
Yeah, that is normal. Where's Austin?
Yeah,
he's
it's
just
fine.
like pissing for 3 hours, I guess. Okay. Oh, there he is. Okay, so one thing that we need to figure out here is maybe I'm still confused. I'm just like having a hard time understanding. Like, are you attracted to women sexually, like human women, or not? Like, or do you not find yourself attracted to human women sexually? And if you are not attracted to them, that could be because you're asexual, or it could be because you are afraid of getting rejected or afraid of being cheated on or something.
Rejection. By this point, like, I think rejection is inevitable. When you think rejection is inevitable, it stops worrying you. So that's how I think.
Okay, that's cool.
It's one way to look at it, but you seem to be to the point where you expect rejection so much that you don't even try anymore.
Yeah.
So I mean, like you miss all the shots you don't take.
I mean, exactly. I mean, you can't live in this world where you expect things to happen when you don't do. You know what I mean? You're going to get rejected.
Of course we will.
I think
it
what
is
you're
life.
looking at is rejection as this horrible thing, but really what you should be looking at is just you're narrowing the list of potential people you could have a relationship with, and you're just getting that much closer to figuring out who.
Look, this is the way I think of it, my friend. When I walk down this, think about when you walk down the street, right? And you're just observing humans. Think about how often does it happen that you're like, whoa, did you see that person? Like, you know what I mean? Think about that. it is difficult to find compatibility. That is the human condition. Compatibility is a challenge to find, and there's no it's no coincidence that these sorts of things are incredibly relatable to everybody because we all face these challenges. So my response to you in your situation would be is you can't give up, you can't quit, don't get jaded with the process. I mean, you're gonna that person is out there for you, I promise you.
Well, this world. I hope you're right, but I'm not
What do you
sure,
mean? You
honestly.
already found one. There was a halal girl that was also into or talking about hentai. So you know, if you found one, you know there's more.
True. And this may not be the advice you want because it's much easier to patch the hole in your heart, metaphorically, by putting someone else there. But what you really need to do is seek therapy, figure out why you have all these trust issues, work on yourself, work on improving the best version of you, stop thinking about relationships, and just live your life doing what you want, doing the best that you need to for yourself. And eventually you'll find people along the way who you're compatible with.
I honestly, you want me to say it? I don't know if, like, that's usually the common advice people give.
Because it's true.
But there's like so many, let's say, more like when you look at a lot of people, like, just go outside, go to the streets, you will see a lot of wrecks, a lot of, like, honestly, like, pretty shitty human beings that still are able to go with other people.
You don't know that they're good relationships. Most people aren't happy in their relationships. They're settling because it's easy and they're afraid of being alone. That's why marriage is still in 50% in divorce.
Exactly. It sucks.
So
Why bother?
Like, see, they found a relationship. You can't do that because you have no idea what their relationship's like or how long they took. If it is a healthy relationship, the kind of therapy they went to or self-improvement they went to get there.
Look,
You can't just judge that.
You can't be a doomer. Listen, you cannot be a fucking doomer about like other people. Don't worry about what the fuck is going on with other people. You know what I mean? Like that's you. Amouranth is right. You absolutely have to work on yourself first, like self-improvement. It'll also change your outlook and your attitude. I mean, I understand it. I've certainly had you know, more nihilistic attitudes in the past as well. But like yeah, people are in fucking shitty relationships. If you look at like a shitty dude with like a cute girl walking down the street and you think like, oh, that person should be with me instead. Why don't they understand me?
I don't think that. Like, I don't think like a man or anyone deserves something. I'm just saying that there is like there's this genuine unbalance, you could say, a genuine when it comes like this certain destructive influence, it said that permeates, especially nowadays with the isolation of humanity due to late stage capitalism of neoliberalism.
Stay on topic. Stay on topic.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm just
like, don't trigger him. This is my job to move you along.
No, I'm just saying that like relationships nowadays, I feel like it's a dead concept. It's something that doesn't exist in this current state of humanity.
I'm lost. What are we talking about now? I thought we were talking about self-improvement. Now we're talking about the balance in humanity.
Yo, dude, you're doing what the red-pilled incels do, but you're thinking you're doing systemic criticism and analysis because it's not reactionary. That like that is somehow that is somehow a more reasonable approach, but that is precisely what red-pilled reactionaries do as well. They look at the systems and their interpretation is false, and they place the blame on women and femininity or feminism ruining Western society or whatever the fuck. You're looking at it from the point of view of like, oh, it's the neoliberal alienation that we experience that's like actually causing us to feel so far away from one another. Ultimately, though, it's absolutely preposterous for you to state that even if your even if your structural analysis is sound, okay, it is ridiculous for you to apply that to every single individual that you meet. You have no capacity to even comprehend how unique every single person is on this planet, and how unique every single person is even in your immediate vicinity. So like having like this nihilistic doomer pilled fucking attitude about the other human beings that you're going to approach is most likely factoring in to the way you react to them and the way you talk to them. And so you're just like serving yourself an L before you even get started on the process. And you're here, so clearly at least like you recognize it to a certain degree, even if you're going to push back a little bit when we are trying to figure out what's going on. But like ultimately something led you to want to talk about it here in front of 40,000 people. So, you know, just recognize it, admit it to yourself. There's somewhere in there when you're not receiving pushback, where when you're alone with your thoughts, you recognize it like, you know, maybe I don't have all the answers, and maybe it isn't just the systems, but also maybe it could be some personal improvement that could certainly help in my situation, and maybe it's not all doom and gloom, and that ultimately you could have a successful relationship, and not everyone's this fucking scumbag. Okay.
Facts.
I mean, that's crazy to suspect that. Most people don't even think about these sorts of things. They're just conditioned into behaving the way that they do. So your starting point is already really your starting point is unhealthy for sure. Self-improvement is definitely important for you. Did you listen to anything I said, or were you just like, nah, fuck this guy?
Thank you for coming on, Explosion Lord.
No, I'm just, it's good advice for most people. Like maybe even including me.
You're wallowing in the self-pity forever aloneism, and you need to realize that you are most people, and that you should probably take that into consideration at the very least. You don't have to, but it would be very beneficial.
Look, well, you wouldn't come on here if you didn't also at a certain level recognize it. You know what I mean? Like that maybe there is you know, maybe there is something to the way that like all of these bug men behave, okay? Because like they're ultimately happier than you are, right? And it's not because you have like a supreme understanding of the way the planet works that's like stopping you. It's literally it's still ultimately shortcomings that you have, and you internally recognize that. Otherwise you wouldn't even care to you know, seek advice, even if it's like a comical situation like this one. So it all starts in recognition and moving on from there, and self-improvement. I promise.
All right, bye, Explosion Lord. I hope you have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Also Hasan. Yeah, okay, thank you. Also,
What was he gonna say, Morgan? I'm assuming it was some communist shit was coming right now about how I'm a liberal social fascist.
Yeah, what struck out to us was the fact that he said he doesn't trust women at all. So we thought it'd be interesting to delve into that a little more.
Okay.
But
You get Dr. K on next time. That'd be really fun. We could hit him up.
Yeah,
I think he would like it.
we do need more Dr. K here than people like myself, to be honest.
All right, the next person is named Suede. Goes by she, her. Suede, you're on.
I love Suede's.
Finally, some ladies.
That's a great profile picture.
That's a great profile picture.
Oh, he said he was gonna shout out Fenerbahce. Oh, never mind. Okay.
What did you say he was gonna do?
He's gonna shout out Fenerbahce. He's a Turkish football team.
Oh,
Hello?
hey, how's it
Hello.
going?
It's going good. Hi, everyone.
Hello, welcome to the show.
Thank you. First off, before I start off, I just want to say I'm really big fan of Mr. Show.
Oh my
I just
God,
think you're
thank you.
absolutely hilarious, and you're also
Thank you.
very handsome. So I just wanted to
Oh,
start off with
thank you.
that.
Thank you so much. I
Look at how
appreciate that.
he loved
Thank
that.
you.
Look at his face.
That's so sweet of you. Please, enough about me. Let's talk about you.
Okay. So for my issue, essentially my issue is that like from the past like year and a half, I've kind of felt like stuck is a kind of a good word, or like behind the like rest of my friends. So I'm like a 25-year-old Muslim girl, and literally like almost everyone around me are like starting to get either engaged and married and that type shit. Like even like within like the pandemic, I swear to God, I would like check Instagram and it was like a new person would like post like, "Hey, just got engaged, just got married and shit." And it was like, "Oh, like the hell, like where did all this shit come from?" And like at first it wasn't like an issue for me personally, because like I've always been focused on like my goals and like my aspirations of like pursuing a career in medicine. But like it's starting to get to a point where it's like, oh, like damn, like everybody else is like quote unquote like ahead, and they're like progressed so far in their life, and it just seems like I'm behind like the rest of my friends. And like especially within the Muslim community, it's like frowned upon when you're as older you get, that like they look down upon like, oh, like why aren't you married at such an age? So it's like, oh Jesus, like I probably should, or like I should probably start considering that. But at the same time, it's like worry the men around me, or like around it, like in my city in general, are like pretty dumb and stupid. So it's like I don't know.
That's in every.
They're-
That's in every city.
yeah, and they're like either like misogynist, they're considering like, hey, I'm trying to have like, I swear to God, I was like talking to this one guy. He was like, oh, so telling him like, oh, like what are you thinking about like marrying 4 wives, because that's a big thing. He was like oh, I would only consider that if like you don't give me a son. And I was like, that's
Jesus
I don't
Christ.
that's not under my control. So I was like, oh no, and like automatically just like stop talking to him.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, there's
Wow,
not a high
asshole.
quality male right there. There's not.
What is so weird to me is that mentality. You don't give me a son, bitch. That chromosome comes from you. The women have nothing to do with
exactly.
that.
I told him, I was like, listen, I'm giving our child an X regardless. Like I ain't got no choice on that. That's literally on you. He's like, oh, and I was like, whatever. Like my advice is essentially like how to feel not like stuck and like behind, and like not to focus on like everyone around me. And also like where to find the good guys, because I'm tired of these shitty guys that are like clearly not in it for the right reason.
So,
That's
are
all.
you looking? What sort of man are you looking for? Do you hope to find one that is also Muslim, or do
Yes.
you? Okay,
We love
fair enough.
the Muslim boys. Yes.
Yes. Okay. So you want somebody that shares your religion.
Yeah, preferably, yeah.
Okay, got it. And where are you from again?
California.
Okay. Okay.
Morgan is in the chat saying, tell her to join Minder, except she constantly fucking talks about how Minder was unsuccessful for her. Are you on Minder?
No, I don't know if I can do dating apps. I'm not gonna lie.
What is? Wait, I have been out of the loop. There's Minder now. What is that?
Minder is Muslim Tinder.
Oh,
There's
that's
Mus
cool.
Match. They both suck.
Mus
Everything's trash.
Here's a person you shouldn't get advice from, okay? The person with the fucking cussy PFP who
Not
constantly.
just a cussy, a material girl pussy. A cussy,
Oh my
I mean.
god! Oh my god. Okay, listen. You're. I mean, I don't know if you need me to say it. You need me to repeat this, but like, you're fine. You're killing it. Who gives a shit, right? I mean, it's hard to get out of that mentality, especially if like everyone around you, your family, your friends, everything that you see on social media is telling you that is like that is what you should be doing, but you're fucking killing it. Focus on yourself.
Yeah. I agree.
Also, are there no good Muslim boys in med school? I don't know what's going on there.
Well, yeah, I haven't started yet, so I'm gonna start this August. So I might just wait until then.
Yeah, what are you
There's definitely
doing?
not
What are you
anything wrong.
crazy? First, yeah,
You're
don't.
gonna you're gonna try to make yourself get married before you even get to the best bachelors?
Yeah,
Like, come
you're
on.
nuts.
True.
You're out of your mind. What's going
Look,
on here?
Settle? Oh
I,
God.
and I'm only 3 years older than you at 28. But what I can tell you is everybody approaches these milestones in their life at different moments. Some people wait a little longer to get married. Some people get married super young. But by the time, at the end of the day, we all get to the same place. We just do these things in different orders and to how we want to do it. And there's no right or wrong way to do it. And I understand it may be very difficult and challenging given those cultural pressures that you're experiencing, but you got to stay true to yourself and the things that you want to do. You want to go to med school. You want to focus on, creating a very successful career for yourself. And there's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely.
Also,
nothing
med
wrong
school is
with
gonna
that.
be brutal for a while, so like, don't fucking worry about relationships like that or serious relationships. I mean, I don't know if you're into casual dating at all, but
Yeah, so that's the reason why I was saying that. It was like, because I know already once I start med school, it's gonna be like so rigorous, and I'm not gonna have any time to even like entertain any guys. So I was like, oh, maybe find something like
no
now
shot.
before I
No,
get
no
into med
way.
school.
You're crazy. No way.
Okay.
What you could do is you could find another guy who's going through med school and he will understand your schedule and not have these
True.
expectations of you. You know?
True.
Yeah, you've been handed a gift basically. Like I mean, you're set. Like you'll find and a dude that's going to med school is not going to be as like weird as the dudes you've been talking to that are like, yeah, you need to give me a male son. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro.
Yeah, it's like, get the fuck out of here.
Their
I make
chromosomes. They're gonna know that's
Yeah.
their problem. See, they're not stupid like these other boys you've been talking to.
I don't know.
And
There's
those
some
guys are
crazy
going to have a
doctors
real
out there,
big.
but
Those guys that you were talking to are going to have a real big problem when you get out of med school and you're making triple their salary. So those aren't the
Yeah.
guys you want to be with anyway.
True.
You know what I
I'm getting
mean?
insecure about that. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. They're gonna be super insecure.
someone said at earliest get the residency, then start dating. Well, I mean, you'll be fine. Yeah, you're fine. There's nothing wrong with what you're doing. It's totally normal. It's perfectly fine. All those other ladies are gonna be like, popping out babies and shit on Instagram, and they're gonna only be showing you their how happy they are and how they have their families and whatever. But they're not gonna be as happy as you are ultimately. 5 years down the line.
And then on top of that, like, don't.
You go.
Oh, okay. You sure, Queen?
Yeah, it's fine. I'll wait.
Okay. Thank you for this honor. So when I look at people having babies, I'm like, God, no thanks. You know what I mean? Like, thank God men can't. The people that I have sex with can't get pregnant because, holy shit, I just couldn't handle it right now. Like, I don't.
Wait,
I don't.
really?
Oh, you think I can handle a baby?
Austin hates
I just
pulling
meant,
out.
like, I love
That's what
kids.
he's saying right now.
No. I love babies. It's just like I like them like when they get to be about. I'll be honest, babies aren't very interesting to me. I know this is controversial.
Feel the same. No. When they get to be 4, prime.
4, it's perfect. It's like, can
I
we
feel
just
you.
like
No
accept-
content. That's what I always
But
say.
I also, it's like it's a lot of work, but see, I don't have any babies, so I'm not. I have 2 cats. I got two cats. Those are my babies, and they take care of themselves. So the moment they got into my house, they were pissing and shitting in their litter box, and I was like, perfect. This is great. But real babies, human babies don't do that, right? So it's a lot of
You
work.
can't litter box train them out the gate.
No, you can't.
You gotta change their diapers and
True.
stuff, and that's.
Exactly.
And they
You're
got
gonna
no
be in medical
content.
school, you're probably gonna have to change diapers already for old people. Don't make yourself have to change twice the amount.
Yeah,
Yeah, but kids are so cute though.
they are, but you're gonna be a doctor. Well, actually, what am I saying? Why am I telling you what to do? You can have kids whenever you want, Queen.
No,
Do whatever you
don't
want.
have him
Thank
yet. You're
you.
crazy.
Thank
Don't
you,
have him
Mr.
yet. You're gonna
Chef.
drop out of med
Fuck you,
school.
Hassan, you misogynistic pig.
No,
She can get pregnant
100%.
and
Do not
handle
have
medical school.
children yet. You're going to med
Oh,
school.
wait, I will pop one right now.
Yeah, she's giving birth.
No,
on this
you're
call. As you wish.
No, you're gonna cuck yourself. That's so difficult to take care of a fucking child that's like pissing, shitting, farting, crying all the goddamn time while you're in med
Would you
school.
quit mansplaining? Unbelievable. I just
No, 100% don't do that. Straight up. I know everyone in your life is probably telling you that's like, this is the opportunity. Like, trust. you're
No,
fine.
also what you don't see is the people saying, "Oops, I accidentally had this kid." Because people who didn't plan to have a kid, they will do everything online to convince everyone and themselves that this is such a blessing, when really it probably wasn't the opportune time in their life to do so.
Yeah, I have 42,000 babies that I have to take care of every day. Trust me, it's like, and that's digital, and even then, it's you know, it's a lot. So you're good.
Yeah,
I hope we helped.
pretty good.
Can I
Definitely,
say
definitely.
something to her?
Yes, please go ahead.
Yes, of course.
So I too am a 25-year-old single Muslim woman in healthcare, kind of. But honestly, don't listen to what your family has to say. Because at the end of the day, they set goals for you, like a title, like you're getting your doctorate, that's what they want. At the end of the day, when you look at it statistically, people are having babies later. Just focus on you. I used to have these goals like, oh, I want to be in a relationship by the time I'm 25. I'm 25 now. I don't fucking care. I'm just focusing on school. I mean, on my jobs. You know, fuck what your family says.
True.
Join the Muslim dating apps. Maybe you'll like them. I've had no luck.
That's
There's
why I was saying,
Musmatch.
don't listen to Morgan.
There's Minder, you know. Maybe you'll
Maybe
go
for-
on
maybe-
a what's up?
Maybe for entertainment, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's my favorite game in my phone. But yeah, don't listen to what they have to say. Just focus on your career. You're young. 30s are the new 20s.
True. Great, thank you guys.
Thank you so much. So nice to
Thank
meet
you.
you.
Good luck.
Nice to meet you all. Bye.
All right, bye.
Oh my God, Bob Saget?
Yeah, Bob Saget died at the age of 65. TMZ has learned. Multiple sources connected to the iconic comedian and actor, most famous for starring in his role as Danny Tanner in Full House, tell us he passed away Sunday at the Ritz-Carlton in Orlando.
Did
Oh
they
my
say the
God.
reason?
What?
No, they don't. I don't think they know.
Huh.
No, they just
Oh my
said that
God.
they responded at 4 p.m. Eastern after the hotel security had found Bob in his room. We're told he was pronounced dead on the scene, but the circumstances of his death are still unclear. He was touring the country, and on Saturday night he was in Jacksonville doing a show at Ponte Vedra Concert Hall.
That's so sad.
So sad.
Wonder what happened.
God, he just tweeted today or like last night.
What did he tweet?
He tweeted last Love Tonight show
Yeah, that's
at PV Concert Hall in Jacksonville. Appreciative audience. Thanks to Real Tim Wilkins for opening. I had no idea I did a 2-hour set tonight. I'm happily addicted to this shit. Check bobsaget.com. My 20. That's so sad. Who knows what it was? I don't know. I don't want to speculate.
Chat from that tweet, the only thing he could overdose on is happiness. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's
Yeah,
an
who knows what it was? We don't know for sure, yeah.
Okay. All right, let's move on.
All right.
From
Next
Bob
person.
Saget to the next person who's on the line.
You know what else we need to move on to?
What? The top of the hour
top
ad
of
break?
the hour ad break.
Good one. That's right. We should do the top of the hour ad break. At the top of the hour, there's a 6-second ad break. If you no longer want to see those ads, all you need to do is subscribe. You can do that for $5 or for free with the Twitch Prime. Here's the ad break now, and we're moving on to our next guest. All right, perfect. Good call,
All right.
Morgan.
The next person is Neonix.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say neo-Nazi.
Yeah, Austin was about to have another moment.
I think it's banned again.
Yeah.
Oh God. Hi everyone.
Hi there.
So I guess I'll just get straight into my question. I am 22. I live in, unfortunately, Tennessee. I'm trying. And basically, I was raised in an evangelical Christian cult my whole life. Yeah. My parents got married really young, had me fairly young as well. And I was, since birth, raised in a really heavy evangelical Christian cult. And that basically was my whole belief system for basically the first almost 20 years of my life. I didn't know anything else. I was a nerdy girl who didn't have any friends and who was Black and grew up in the South. So I really believed everything there, and I like dedicated a lot of time and effort and stuff to kind of all the rituals, all the praying, etc., etc. Thankfully, I was able to leave the country, live with my grandparents, and started to see that, hey, like maybe this is kind of whack. Maybe like being put in a basement and exercised for 3 days as a child is not poggers and is kind of abuse,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So I kind of was able to be like, this is not okay. This is, something I need to reevaluate. I need to reconsider my beliefs. But it was kind of things that I believed for a long time. And in a way, it was kind of really hard to unlearn. But thankfully now, because of COVID, I'm back in the US, unfortunately. But I graduated, I moved out of my parents' house, moved away from them, working from home as an engineer. One thing I was able to kind of realize about myself following all this stuff is that, first of all, I'm bisexual. So I was able to kind of realize that about myself after being taught a lot of really rampant homophobic teachings, obviously, in what my parents believed. But in a way, and this is kind of like, it sucks to say this, I almost don't like that part of myself. I can't help but feel like almost disgusted with myself, which sucks because I know there's nothing wrong with me and that I'm just trying to vibe and live my life and exist. But so it's so almost, deep rooted and embedded in me that like the thought of being with any other person, whether that's like a male or a female, is almost terrifying. So I was kind of just wondering how I could approach that because, like, logically, I know that, the stuff I believe, there's nothing wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with the things I believe, et cetera, et cetera. But even now, like, I've gone to places and I've made out with, really cute girls or with really cute guys, and I've been cool with that. But whenever it gets farther than that, I just am so almost like, I don't know, I get like choked up and afraid, and I kind of don't know what to do past that.
So, how old are you again?
I just turned 22.
So you're about at the same age when I started exploring my sexuality for the first time. And I can tell you, I didn't grow up in an evangelical upbringing, but I did deal with a lot of those. Like when you go out and you make out with somebody for the first time or whatever, it felt so wrong and bad, and you get anxious and you like, when I had my first experience with a guy, I like fucking like curdled up into a ball. For me, it took time. It took some time for me to, have these experiences and live these experiences. And then nowadays, I just feel like I don't even think about, oh, I'm gay and this is different. I just think about it as, oh my God, I like men and this is normal. So, and you are normal. It is normal. In fact, it's the most normal that you could be. Sexuality is on a spectrum, and we all exist on it somewhere. And this whole idea that we're all gay, straight, or bisexual or somewhere, the reality is we're all somewhere on the spectrum, no matter who you are. And this whole notion of like gay is bad is actually like not even throughout human history is not even it's relatively like if you go back, I went to Italy this summer. And I learned about ancient Rome and how gay it was. Obviously, it's so weird to think about ancient Rome being more progressive in that regard than, modern day society. Now, that being said, they were also at the same time, they were feeding human beings to lions for, is like during lunch, in combat.
Also
at the
very
Colosseum.
progressive.
But that's different, right? That's different. But what I'm saying is you are completely normal. Everything you're experiencing is normal. It's the other people who are saying that what you're experiencing is not normal. Those are the odd ones out. Those are the people that are telling you to neglect or try to tell you that those feelings that you're feeling are wrong. Those are the people that are wrong. Those are the people that are going against what it actually means to be human. Because we all sit on this spectrum somewhere, and no part of it is wrong.
Is it new?
Definitely. I kind of like my first kiss was with a girl when I was like 11. So I kind of always knew. I think I really repressed it, and it just sucks because like I really genuinely believe like this is like I'm okay. I think I'm I'm normal and that I've progressed kind of past this. It just sucks that something that was a part of my past is still affecting me now, even when I didn't want it to. It just kind of like not only in kind of that aspect, but also in a lot of other things and politics and the way I see the world. And I like my view has changed dramatically, thankfully, but it just sucks that like that stuff is still there, and making me feel like I'm wrong or I'm ashamed or like I'm scared to go to hell for doing this, et cetera, et cetera. And it just sucks that I still feel that way.
Do you still have those fears? Like, oh my God, like maybe, like, do you still think that way? Like, oh my God, maybe what I'm doing is wrong. Do you have those things come up in your head?
Sometimes I think that for the most part, I'm like I personally, like in my heart, I feel like this is right. But sometimes if I just think too deep or my mind goes off track, there is kind of just that because I was, like being raised in that abuse, it's almost like a response I can't control. And it sucks. And it's like I've moved on and I've gone past this. So why am I still feeling this way? Kind of.
I think that there's and again, I don't want to. I don't think we had the same experience growing up. But even me, somebody who didn't grow up in that religious household, I still felt those things because you're programmed at such a young age. You're going to go out. You're going to go marry for your sake. I'm sure you were programmed. You're going to go find a
Exactly.
man. You're going to go marry him. Those are the things that you're programmed, and in your head, those are the things that you believe. So when you start actually doing the things that, oh my God, this is much different than what I had been taught or grown up to believe, then there is that anxiety and there is that feeling of, oh my God, this feels so wrong. And, it's tough. For me, like I said, it took me some time to work through that. Like there was a time when I was 22 where and I'm 28 now, and I fully came out when I was 25. It took me a few years to work out what you're describing, but, there was a time when I was so ashamed to go into an elevator or like be seen with a guy in public. Like I was like that I was intimate with. I was like, oh my God, they're gonna think I'm gay. You know what I mean? And so my best advice would be, and I may be in a little over my head because we didn't have the same upbringing, but you just got to give yourself some time and don't be afraid to continue to have those experiences. And perhaps some of those will, you may still get those feelings, but for me, it just took time. I got to a stage, it went from, oh my God, this is horrible to make out with a guy, to, oh my God, I'm making out with him, but it's horrible to tell people. Oh, now I feel like telling maybe one or two people. Okay, but it's horrible to tell my parents. Oh, now I want to tell my parents, but it's horrible to tell people in my professional career. But to now I shout and talk about dick from the rooftops. And so it's like, it's just a progression, and you need to allow yourself time to get to that point. And everybody's time is different. So don't compare yourself to folks that are, that are at a different spot than you, because everybody comes out and it goes on their journey at their own time. But you're so young. You're 22. If I think back to when I was 22, I'm 28 now. I'm also still young, but it takes time, and give yourself that time and allow that time to heal from those toxic things that you were taught when you were younger.
What were some things that you did to what were some helpful mechanisms, control mechanisms that you put in place to like normalize it in your mind, Austin? Other than just like drip feeding it to people around you, I guess.
So, that's a good question. And I'll go back to just sort of what I said, experiences. Allowing myself to have those experiences and meet people that had an experience like me, or grew up, and hear other queer experiences growing up from all sides. And for me, it helped. I think just having those experiences, and frankly, hooking up with people and just doing it, I think this is just for me, it helped me a lot to normalize it in my life, because I did it so consistently. And I'm not saying I hooked up or I hoed around a bunch, and I'm not saying, if that's what you want to do, that's for you or whatever. But I just experienced so much of the culture that I normalized it in my life. And like I said,
I get that.
yeah, I don't even think about anymore. Like I don't even, like I check out a guy and I don't even think, I'm like, oh shit. Like men are attractive, and it doesn't feel abnormal to me. And it took me a while to get there, but it doesn't feel unnatural to marry a man. It doesn't feel unnatural at all. I could live and coexist with a guy for the rest of my life and be perfectly happy. It doesn't feel unnatural.
That's kind of where I want to be too, because I know like when I think about it, I'm like, oh, that would be, that'd be really cool, and I'm really down. Like I'm going out with, thankfully, like all my friends around me, ironically, are like we all came out after high school as queer, and I guess it's kind of funny how like friend groups kind of tend to be like that. Everyone is similar in that way. So they were kind of people I had good influences around me because no one else in my family or that I really knew was gave me any like exposure to anything like that. But I do go out and I'm like, man, I wish I could do that, and I wish I could just go out and I'm really excited. I'd love to be with a woman or even be with a man, but I don't know. Like before, like it gets to that stage, it's less ashamed, but more like just afraid. And I just kind of wish I could get over that and just kind of, do it once and for all and just get it out of my head. Because I feel like once it happens, then I won't be so like, oh God, I'm gonna die type of afraid. But
I think a lot of things that people have to consider who have a religious family. I did too. I am still straight for now, but Twitch chat keeps being toxic. I might change that in the future. But my family was also very conservative, and I think you just have to kind of redefine what it means to be family. Not you can have family that you relate to who accepts you, and they don't have to be biological. So you have to kind of stop wanting acceptance from your biological family because, as you said, when you were younger they abused you. That's not love. So why should you be pandering for them to love you if they clearly showed how they felt from a very young age? I would
that's so true. Yeah, you're definitely right.
to be your family.
It just sucks because like even though like I realize now looking back they did like really awful terrible things, that like they're still my family, and I hate, like I almost hate that I still love them. Like I recognize that what they did to me was wrong and I would never want it to do, but it doesn't take away kind of like they were very young and very misguided and had traumatic upbringings of their own, and that's why they fell into kind of what they did. So I guess it's just kind of like you said, you're right, like not seeking approval
You
from them any
love
longer.
them as humans because that just shows how human you are compared to them. Is that even though they've abused you and been unkind to you, you still have this humanly love for them. That just means that you're a bigger person than they are. And I think that you should probably find people who appreciate that and surround yourself with that instead of focusing on the approval from people who don't accept you.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's really good advice. Thank you so much.
And to that point, I mean, surround yourself with other people from the community that have been on a journey like you're on, that have been on a journey that you feel like that you relate to, and just look at where they're at, right? Like look, you're going to get through this. Sometimes it's very difficult to feel when you're in that moment. Like when I was 22, to think that I was ever going to ever get out of this, feel like I was ever going to be untrapped or get out of this trap. When you look at other people, you're like, oh my God, wow, look at them. Look at them. Look, there's hope for me. It really helps. And you could get, everybody's journey is different, but I think you can find a lot of relatable advice from different people.
I think that definitely helped when I was able to like be old enough to go on the internet, and I found myself watching a lot of like queer content creators, and that inspired me because my parents like straight up they have this it's called VidAngel. When they watch movies, they take out like they manually select to take out scenes of like same-sex kissing or things like
What
that. That's how
the
I was raised.
fuck?
Like yeah, if you look it up, it's a thing that really conservative Christians use. So like all the movies I was ever shown, they would take out curse words or scenes of same-sex kissing or any like sexual content, stuff like that. So I was never really exposed to it.
Yeah, I relate to that. My parents wouldn't even let me watch opposite sex kissing. They were just like, no
Yeah,
kissing.
same. That's the thing that my mom was like, SpongeBob is demonic and you can't watch it. So
That, I mean, yeah.
I didn't actually grow up in an evangelical, but I wasn't allowed to like watch Harry Potter or
Wait, why?
I
Yeah,
don't know,
same.
witchcraft,
Witchcraft.
and then
What the
also
fuck?
Pokemon. But I also was like watching Super Troopers at 8 years old. My mom was very inconsistent in that regard. But look, my mom was a fabulous. I want to make it clear, my mom was a fabulous mother, like fantastic textbook. So like, look, she had
Except
her.
for depriving you of
Harry Potter and Pokemon, but like I could have gotten, I could have gotten away with it. But my parents were fabulous. But even them, even growing, I can't imagine what it's like to like grow up in an evangelical household, because even having great, lib parents, if you will, progressive parents, like they it was even like a little bit of a curve for them. Like they were very accepting and it was easy to come out to them. But it was even like for my mom, it was like, oh my God, you know, they have this vision of your life and then you come out and it's like, wait, that vision is changing. And so even for them, it's difficult. So I can't imagine.
Yeah, that's definitely, I think, the biggest thing is knowing that I'll never be able to come out to my parents because, like, I've accepted it and made peace with it. I think the only person really in my family that I feel comfortable with is thankfully one of my younger sisters. We're both the only leftists in the family now. Was able to figure out, hey, this is whack. She left kind of that thing I helped her leave the cult, and she's in college now. So thankfully, I have her, and she's because she's a theater kid, so all her friends were gay, and she was like, hey, wait, maybe this is not cool. So at least I have kind of her as like my family.
That's awesome. And, you know, continue to bring more people like that into your life. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Absolutely,
Great,
yeah. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, hopefully we helped.
Thank you. And Austin, I just wanted to say that I also think that you are very handsome. And
thank
Lindsay,
you.
of course, you're very beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you
Team
very
for
much.
today.
I'm never having you on again,
Thank you.
Austin. God
This
damn
is
it.
Hassan's stream, and we're all just stroking Hassan, Austin's ego. Just
Yeah, what the
no
fuck,
longer
dude?
Hassan.
Thank
Tell
you very
Hassan
much.
he's handsome too.
Thank
No,
you
it's
very
Hassan,
okay.
you're also handsome.
You don't
See,
have to say that. It's fine.
thing
That
is,
was that was like a whatever. Get the fuck out of here. I'm
I
only
like,
here to
I
talk
like
to
guys
Austin.
who are very twink looking. I'm sorry.
Oh, hey.
Wait, you're very twink
Right,
looking,
that's
Austin?
fair.
Yes! I'm a twink!
I just got a participation
Yeah!
trophy.
Yeah!
That's what I got.
Basically she likes look now I wouldn't call myself, I don't think I'm technically traditional, I'm not your traditional twink. But I'm not even I don't think I'm a twink necessarily, but I think what maybe you just like men that are a little bit, you know, they take care of themselves a little bit. You know what I mean?
I like
What
guys
the
who are
fuck do
prettier
you
than
mean,
me, and I
dude?
like women who can bench press me.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. There you go. Yeah, well, you know. I know.
Hassan,
You need a man with strength. I get it. I totally get it.
Austin, you're making this so much worse,
Hassan
dude.
needs a makeover. He needs some touch up at the salon, the spa day.
My man said, "Yeah, I take care of myself, unlike you, Hasan. Thanks."
No, that was the joke.
I know.
Hey, thank you so much. You're great.
Yeah, thank you guys very much. You were really helpful.
Thank
All
you.
right.
The spa day stream.
I would think I'm more of a I don't know what I am. I don't think I'm a twunk because I'm too like I could grow a sick beard.
No, you
More
are.
than
You are a twunk. You're a hunky twink for
I
sure.
don't think I'm a hunky. I mean, seriously, I do not think. I think I'm more of a jock. I'm not an otter. No, fuck
no.
no.
You're a hunky
You guys
twink.
need
You're a
to
twunk. You're a twunk.
Rush up
100%.
on your no. Look at no. Otter. You see any hair for Otter?
No, he's not hairy. He's
There's no
he's
hair.
lasered.
What are you talking about, Otter?
What is an otter? besides
Otter
a-
is like also otters, like, no offense to otters, but like otters aren't really, they don't have a lot of muscle usually. They're
Yeah.
usually just average body types.
Otters are a combination of like hairy enough to be a bear, but a twink.
Yeah, otters are just usually like more just normal body type.
You're a
no,
twunk.
Like
You're not a
gym.
jock. All right, let's
I don't
move
think
on
I'm
to
a
the next
twunk, I'm
person.
more jockey, I
a
think.
nice word for dad bod, like a cuter word, or
Otter. I think. I don't know.
Hasan, before I bring more people in, do you have like an estimation as to how much longer you want to go with CHADVICE?
I think we could do like 5 more people.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Is that what?
Well, I just have to go here
Oh,
soon.
Okay, we'll do 2 more people then.
2 more people? Okay.
Is that fine,
Well,
Austin? How many more people can you do?
I can go for like another 50 minutes. I just think we've been going like one person every 30 minutes, so I feel like it's gonna, so like I can do another like 50 minutes or so.
Okay, we'll be a little bit faster this time.
Okay, cool. All right, so the next person is named Ho for Lexapro. And the pronouns are she, her.
Hello, Ho. I'm not calling you a hoe for the record. I want to be very clear about that. Oh, I think she's muted.
Yeah, you're still muted, Ho for Lexapro. You're self-muted. Oh, there you go.
There you go.
All right.
Hello, Ho for Lexapro. Ho?
Oh, heard something.
Hose seems to be having a little bit of technical difficulties.
I think your noise game might be too high.
Put in your voice settings.
No.
Drag the sensitivity bar in your voice settings all the way to the left-hand side.
Maybe not all the way, but you know.
Well, I mean, she can adjust
Okay.
from there.
So we'll go back to her. I'll bring her in later on. So the next person we're gonna go to in the meantime is Scott. Hi, Scott. You're on.
Hey, Scott, you're on the air.
pronunciation.
Welcome to the Hasanabi CHADVICE broadcast.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, good.
Thank you guys for doing this. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, so I'll just run through my little ditty here. Basically, I'm 25. I live in LA. Basically, so I guess for some context, a year ago, actually on Christmas Day, a year ago, my girlfriend of 7 years, we split basically amicably. I mean, we're still really close friends, and we talk pretty much every day. But this past summer, I started seeing someone. I met them through Bumble. We got off really well together. And we went on a first date. It was great. You know, we went on plenty of other dates. We met up a lot over the summer. And I never really talked about with her about like her previous relationship, but it turns out that I mean, I just sort of found out through some context clues and things that she had just gotten out of a pretty bad relationship, like probably pretty prior to when we started seeing each other. And so I guess you know you could call it a rebound or whatever, but I was perfectly content with everything, you know, and she was too. And then in September or so, she basically said like, you know, I think I'm not in the right headspace to be seeing you right now, and like, you know, I hope everything's okay. And I was like, yeah, no, I understand. I'm not, you know, that's her prerogative, and I was totally fine with it. Um, but I mean, we've remained friends since then also, and now I'm talking like I text with her every now and then and send cat pictures and all that stuff. Anyways, so I had texted her like Happy New Year and you know, happy birthday. Her birthday was a few days ago, and I think things are fine. But I'm also like, I have an interest in trying to rekindle that relationship to see if maybe she's had some more time to reflect emotionally, had some alone time. You know, like I want to keep my distance, but I also sort of, you know, is it wrong to want to try to just, you know, broach the subject, see like, hey, would you be interested in getting together or something, or like just getting coffee or drinks just to see sort of where her head's at? Because I don't really know. Um, yeah, I guess I would just ask for advice on this situation. My ex of 7 years, we're still good friends, but she's pretty much closed the door to like getting back together, which is fine. We're kind of different types of people, so
So the girl
Yeah.
that you went on a date with, you're asking if you should text her again.
yeah. I mean, we went on a ton of like we were seeing each other plenty of times during the summer from like I would want to say like June to September. Yeah, and I'm just sort of wondering like I don't know, try to get a read on the situation, like a third party.
Hmm. Do you still talk to her at all?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, we still text pretty often. I mean, you know, I texted her Happy New Year. She said, you know, hey, thanks. Like, how are you? You know, it was we just sort of like caught up for the New Year. Texted her Happy Birthday. We sent cat pictures of our cats back and forth. Like,
Oh, what kind of cat do you have?
I have a tuxedo cat. She's very cute. Her name is Minnie.
I have a tuxedo cat too.
Oh,
Odd.
Yeah.
yeah.
Sorry.
No,
Um,
I appreciate it.
yeah, no worries, no worries. Hold on, just give me a second to think here.
Sure.
I would say the fact that she's responding to you at all is a good sign, because typically if women are done with a guy they were dating, they just will ghost you.
Why did you break up? What were the
So
problems in the relationship that led to that point?
So the girl from this summer, basically there wasn't really anything wrong. I mean, that's the thing is sort of we never really got into the weeds like emotionally, you know, talking about our feelings really. And I think there was probably a sense of stagnation in the sense that like we were just hooking up pretty much every time we saw each other. It was just, you know, like I would stay at her house and we would go to like get coffee in the morning. I would drop her off to go to work and like you know, go out to dinner, but it never really like I mean, I wanted it to progress to, you know, being boyfriend girlfriend, but I think she was kind of distant in that regard.
Oh, so
and
she never. So you guys never like officially were seeing together, boyfriend girlfriend.
No, but we were exclusive. So I mean, like I did ask her about that just to make
Are
sure
you
that
exclusively casual? That just sounds like you're afraid of commitment at that point and don't want to call it what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I would say that's probably an accurate assessment. I guess just my main question would just be like, since I didn't talk with her about the emotions in the background that much, but I do know that she had kind of a falling out with her previous ex. Is it wrong to, even though she said that she wasn't in the right headspace in September to keep seeing me, if we've kept talking and been friendly and all that, is it wrong to just reach out and just entertain the notion? I mean, obviously, I would respect her decision if she said no.
But
That's
how I do it, I wouldn't do it directly because the way to do it is to organize a group event with your friends and be like, hey, I have this extra ticket. My friends and I are going. Would you like to go? Something like that.
sure.
I have a very different
less
point of view on
scary
that
than
this than Amouranth. I think you got to move on, brother. I think you're in a friends with benefit zone. You know what I mean? Like it's just whether she's not mentally ready yet or not kind of doesn't matter because there's no reason for you to put yourself in that situation. You know what I mean? Like why? You're obviously a cool dude. You know, you've been in relationships. You've had experiences. You seem to have it together. Sometimes
I
you.
agree with that. I think if she wasn't responding at all, that would be no brainer. Move on. She's not.
Yeah. If she
But
wasn't responding, I definitely would not.
Responding to his text, it makes me feel like she's not pushing that out of the way for good. She wants to keep him kind of like, I don't know if on the back burner is the right word, but in her pocket because she's not sure yet. And if she came out of a relationship that was a hard one, she might have not felt like she wanted a rebound, and she wasn't sure if that's what he would be. So she decided against dating further at the time. But like you said, if she's given it time, you have really nothing to lose. Invite her to a event, so there's no pressure.
Yeah, just date date other girls, for sure. I think.
Sure, yeah.
And if you can't let go of her, in the back of your mind, that's why I said move on. Because like clearly, regardless of what she doesn't want to give you right now, and she might not have the mental capacity to do that at this time. You know what I mean? She might not be able to do that at this time. And maybe it could happen in the future. Like you are holding yourself back. Like there is absolutely no reason to just, hold yourself back, set yourself back for someone who is not responding to your needs that I would consider to be very understandable.
He hasn't asked yet, though, is the thing, right? It's not that she's not responding to his needs. She's responding to his Happy New Year. But that's all he's doing is having small talk. If he's not actually making an initiative to try to get together again, she's not going to necessarily offer to without someone else initiating.
That's sort of what I was getting at is like, I'm not necessarily, and I should clarify, like, since we split up in September, like, I've been trying to date and I've been trying to do stuff on apps and whatever. So I haven't tunnel vision myself. I do tend to, get attached to people who, I have good experiences with. But, I guess the main question is like, would it be wrong and overstepping her boundaries to approach her? Just
I don't think you are
with
overstepping her boundaries by approaching her. I think if you continue to annoy her after she says no, then you would be.
Right. Yeah, I guess it's like, is this still continuing to annoy her after she said no?
Can I get a little clarification?
Well, yeah. Well, listen. Since we're at a classic 1-1, Austin, what do you think about all this?
Wait, what does 1-1 mean?
It's a 1-1 tie.
It's a joke from MasterChef React meta.
Okay, so one of you thinks that like you should go back. Okay, I'm confused.
Because you weren't listening because you were too busy looking at chat.
No, excuse me. Look, my friend, Scott, I was listening to your story. Admittedly, I started to drift just for a second and I missed very important pieces of it. So I had the good mod here, Froggen. DM me the entire story, and we both read it over time and we're a little confused. So I need some clarification here. There's a girl that you were in a relationship for 7 years, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, there's another girl that you kind of, hooked up with in Los Angeles.
For the past, well, not the past 3 months, but from June to September, basically, yeah, 4 months.
Okay. So you hang out with your ex every day.
Yes, only because I'm in Chicago right now, but I am going back to LA.
And she doesn't want a relationship.
Yeah, my ex does it. That's pretty much out the door.
Got it.
Bro, there's
Okay.
other
Now,
women on the planet. You know that, right?
know,
Like, what's
I
going
know.
on with you and fucking going back to relationships that didn't work out and shit? Like, there's a reason why she's your ex. Like, I mean, I don't know. Look, if you're seeking comfort, that's one thing. But okay.
So the
New
next
things are difficult. Keep
So
going.
the
on.
next thing, the question you're asking is, should you get with that girl from LA? Is that the question?
Should I? Yeah, basically, should I ask her if she would be interested in getting back together, even though she said like wasn't in the right headspace in September? Is it? Has there been enough time to go back without being kind of like annoying?
Oh man. You know what? I'm gonna go with my gut here, and I'm gonna tell you, you need to not do that. You need to not. It's time to move on. It's time to hit the clubs with a mask.
Like, don't hit the clubs, but like, dude, listen, you got a lot going on, dude. Just fucking, spread the seed, okay? Go out, talk to some other girls. Like, what's up? Like, you're just, there's other women. It's not just your 7-year ex that clearly ended for good reason, right? It fucking ended. That's it.
Yeah,
That's
there's another perspective to look at. Maybe stop hanging out with your ex so much and just get a good group of platonic friends in general to hang out with. Not even necessarily to date them, just so that you can have other friends. Because if you're seeing your ex every day, a new girl's going to be like, what the fuck?
Hold on, but
Wait,
Amouranth, let me slide in here. Look, I know I'm gay, but I lived as a straight man for many years, so I can think like one. Isn't it kind of nice, Scott, that you can hit? You know what I'm saying, right? Is that
Ew, dude, that was when you. Oh,
Isn't it
God.
nice having a friend around that you know?
Never do that again.
Let me just clarify something. I'm not. I mean, I see my ex, but we watch like HBO and stuff. Like we're not involved like that. And
sorry, I was trying to be straight. I'm
yeah,
sorry,
because you are getting what you would get out of a relationship out of her. I understand that. It doesn't have to be sex. You are getting emotional support and comfort that you would otherwise get from a loving partner in a healthy relationship. So the more you use that as a crutch, the less likely you are to expand on those boundaries and go out and test the waters with someone else that you could have a healthy relationship with. Throw the crutch away. There is a reason why she is your ex and not your current girlfriend. It's just what it is what it is. It's hard to hear, but this is the truth.
Yeah, no, I mean, we split. It was amicable and but it was just sort of like we were together for 7 years. I mean, we started dating in high school. So it was kind of just like we sort of grew apart and like we went to college together, but we sort of just grew apart and like didn't really see ourselves together for another 7 years. You know what I mean? So it was just sort of like it ran its course, and that's why we're still friends. But yeah.
Would you say you have an aversion to trying new things?
I definitely I don't want to say I have the same level of social anxiety that I feel like a lot of people that I talk to do, but I have found myself like when I've been to like concerts and stuff this past summer, and I find it hard to put myself in the shoes of the type of person who would like spark up conversation with a stranger or
I think
so there's that.
you need to look up like social events for young people, not just like dating events, but like what events and adventures, like a bunch of single people, both guys
Yeah.
and girls. Get involved in one of those and just experience new things and practice talking to new people all the time. Like you just need to experience more things. And I think that'll make you more well-rounded as a person and make you less fear of trying like new relationships too eventually, while also building your network, building your social network, building your skills and just finding out things about yourself that you like doing.
Yeah, Amouranth is all about the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? It's not the pandemic. It's time to think about the pandemic.
Well, I appreciate all the advice, and I will definitely take it into consideration. So, thank you guys so much for the time.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Scott. Good luck with you. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You know what I realized is that when I play straight, it's like an outdated straight from
Yeah,
like
you're
2012.
yeah, you're like,
13.
yeah, it's just fucking. We hit it raw, right?
It's like outdated, like toxic masculinity straight.
You're trying.
Like that was the last time I was straight. Okay, that was the
You
last
also
time I was straight was 10 years ago. Okay, I know times have changed. All right.
You read Twitch chat. It's not your fault your perception of straight men is skewed to toxicity, okay? It's not your fault. It's your environment.
Yeah, back when I was straight, we used to say that kind of stuff. Did I play it pretty well though, Amouranth? Do you think I did? Like,
You did a
like
pretty good job, yeah. I mean, that's you kind of had like what a chat individual might say randomly.
It's just
who
so
would get
funny
mad.
to like. He was spitting
straight guy-
so hard when the other person was talking about like their personal like upbringing. Like you were fucking spitting, and then it's so funny when you like follow that up with the next advice is like, yeah, fucking.
Did she let you hit? Like that's
Fucking yeah.
the thing is like that's actual guy conversations though, because I have all straight guy friends, and like some of the conversations that I'm on the outside of are like, oh, bro, dude, she let you hit. Like that's exactly the.
I
type
love
of shit
crushing
they say.
puss.
Yeah, no, dude, like, fuck, dude, I was hitting it from behind and like, fuck. I don't know.
My DMs, except like
Hitting it from behind, and I was thinking about a dude. What? I mean, fuck, that'd be crazy.
No, because I know because I talk about that. I talk about, but it's just instead of girls, it's just gay men. That's what I thought. I talk like a straight guy when I talk about other men.
All right, who's next?
All right, so we cut it down to 4 people left, including this person. The next person is named Frank Ocean, and their pronouns are he, him.
Hey, Frank Ocean, how you doing?
Hi, Austin.
Why'd you unfollow me, Frank Ocean? That's fucked up.
I don't. Oh, I was like, wait, no, I didn't do that. Hi, happy Sunday. Thank you. I'm People Hayes to chat. I appreciate y'all's patience and time because this shit is like not easy at all. I'll try and keep it concise and respect it.
You're good. You're good, man.
I'm good, thank you. So early 20-something, I live in Los Angeles. Just moved after like a really tough breakup. I'd say like 4.5 out of the past 5 years, I've been in like really codependent toxic relationships. 2 of them, and it's just been fucking brutal, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
But like, sorry, I get choked up talking about it and thinking about it.
all
I
good.
can expand on whatever points as needed. But the point is that finally made it to LA. Finally got my shit together. It's like Call of Duty. Take a couple L's, change the loadout, go to therapy, like all this good shit. And I finally see my life coming together. Professional shit's going great. Personal shit's going great. And I'm following the same patterns of getting into the past 2 relationships, which is like codependent. Like you meet someone, as cliche, you fall in love, and it's just like, I don't know, like it's crazy. It's crazy. You think that you're falling in love with this person, and you get lost in it, but you see yourself getting lost in like these really shitty habits. And I'm trying to catch myself and not to do that in the future. So I just need general advice.
So before we give some advice, if you're willing to share, what sort of toxic behaviors are you talking about?
Sorry, I'm nervous as piss. Just like an inability to stick up for myself. So if like an argument or something like that will come up, I'll like slide along with it very easily. Very hard for me to say no. Just very toxic relationship traits. I think it's like anxious attachment, if that's described well. But
so you feel like in relationships you get taken advantage of and get walked on? Is that what I'm hearing?
Oh, definitely. I mean, the first one too is my first relationship ever, and I'm sure that you all remember it. It's like, what the fuck's going on? I don't know anything that I'm doing. You're trying to get to know yourself, get to know the other person, but you find yourself getting lost in these relationships, and it's just like, it's really hard.
Yeah, he's
Like
the passive person in the relationship.
I'm the passive person.
And you find yourself getting into those types of things right now?
Yeah, I find myself just like getting into the same pattern of it at the moment because it's just like, I don't know. I'm seeing the exact same things. I've seen the work in myself and the changes I've made to myself to do it, but it's like, am I tricking myself? Am I rushing into things too fast? I just don't know what's really going on.
Can you said you feel like these things are happening with the person that you're talking to, presumably right now? Is that what
Yes,
you're saying?
the person that I'm talking to currently at the moment.
Okay,
it's
so
like,
you feel like they're doing some of the things that bring you back to that time.
Oh, 100%.
Have you
It's just
thought
like,
about having a discussion with them in terms of like the things that they're doing that they clearly make you uncomfortable?
yeah. Oh, 100%.
So like,
Absolutely.
So I don't
what sort
understand
of
that
thing?
you're saying that these are things that you're doing, right? Like, so
Or just like general relationship vibes. So the things that I'm saying are patterns that I'm recognizing in myself and in the other person that I'm seeing in other relationships, and I think that I'm just like entering them way too fast.
don't
Okay.
you feel like it's like something you need to solve within yourself and instead of the relationship though? I don't understand it. That maybe I'm misunderstanding it.
Yeah, I think I'm just having a hard time getting my point across. It's just in the sense that like I'm not sure if my anxious attachment style is having me like absolutely rush into these relationships, or if it's like a person thing, and it's just sorry, it's very general, and very vague. I wish that I could have been more specific on that. I'm not fucking bad.
No, it's fine. I'm just, and by the way, props to you. Thank you for coming and explaining all this. It's very challenging to get up in front of this many people. So good job. Just allow us to work through it. I would say with what Hasan said, if on your side, those are the things that you can control. Um, you know, when you're going out in the dating scene or whatnot, you got to control the things that you can control on your side, and then those that, in terms of finding a partner, you need to ensure that that partner is compatible with you, and if they're doing things that you have sort of see signs of things that ruined relationships in the past or made them toxic, then you need to, number one, address those things quickly, or number two, decide that this isn't the right person for me, and know that, get those love goggles off, and and realize that this is not a good way for you to go if this person is toxic for you. Set boundaries for yourself.
I think boundaries is absolutely the hardest part for myself. Do you guys find these like similar, I don't know, issues in your relationships? I know like life's the streamers is fucking crazy and I'm not you and you're not me and vice versa. But I swear to God, it's just like, it's really hard to know when it's the right person or it's that right feeling, Because this person, it seems so just like typical of just like the conversations are easy. You spend every second with this person and just like you love the way that they talk. You love spending time with them and all this stuff. But then it's just like, is this me being like falling back into those codependent?
What sort of red flags is this person giving you?
I feel like it's so fucking cliche when it's just like the self-sabotage, but everything's too easy. Like I'm not able to find enough red flags. Like I know
Okay,
a lot
so-
about them and I don't know, everything feels so easy and I also
So-
feel that it's just like kind of close to my
You're
last
scared that there's something you're missing?
Oh, I see. See, yeah, I was gonna say what Ammo said. Is that what you mean? You're afraid that like they're so perfect that like you're missing something and you're afraid it's going too quickly?
Yeah, I feel like I'm just like absolutely missing something or maybe that I'm rushing through it.
Well, first of all, chill out for a second. Just relax. I thought this person was like abusing, like being abusive or toxic, but that doesn't sound like the case. You're afraid because of the experiences that you had in the past that this person could present those things that ruined your previous relationships. Is that correct?
Oh, definitely. It's also more of a myself thing because I feel like some of these issues are things that I project onto them. So it's just
understood.
I feel like what you're also afraid of is being alone. I mean, so how many do you find yourself quickly in relationships, like over and over and regularly? Do you ever?
a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I said at the beginning of the call, I'd say since the past 5 years, like got my first girlfriend like 18, 19, went through college. God, I feel like I'm fucking doxing myself right here. But essentially, like, there's only been a year out of those 5 years where I've been single and been able to like learn about myself and all that different
Yeah,
stuff.
you need some
I love
time.
it.
Yeah, you need some more time to figure out like yourself and to become confident in yourself as an adult because you still sound very young and that you haven't experienced anything except constantly depending on other people to make you feel whole.
Got it. Noted and noted. I appreciate the help. Thank you. I felt like
No,
I
you
just
need
did a
to.
really
You
tough job of
100%
describing
need
it.
to. You 100% need to take some time and be with yourself and be more comfortable with yourself. Obviously, you recognize a lot of the things about yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It seems like you're going to therapy at least because like you're just
Definitely.
rattling off all of your you're rattling off all that stuff, but also at the same time you're not it kind of feels like you're not thinking about like what the steps you need to take personally. You don't always have to you don't always have to match yourself up or define who you are by the type of relationship that you're in. You know, grow
Of
into
course.
your own. Grow into your own self. Take some time out for yourself. If you're in a happy relationship, it's fine. But I think part of the reason why you're constantly second guessing these relationships is like it sounds a little bit like a trauma response. I don't know, but I can't make that assessment obviously. But you
Yeah,
shouldn't be afraid to be alone and be single for a little bit.
Yeah, I appreciate the time. Like the last breakup was in May, so it's been probably what 7-8 months plus, and that was just like a traumatic, absolutely fucking awful breakup, like really really tough. And I was like, all right, I need to take some time for myself and like be single, become independent, learn all these things, continue therapy, be honest with myself, lean on my friends, like all the stereotypical cliche type of shit. And I've noticed a change and I felt it, but just like meeting this person, I'm just like, oh wait. So I don't know. You catch yourself. Those are very good points. It's very, very, very good
I
advice.
think a
Thank
lot
you.
of people think that they're giving themselves enough time, but they're not looking at it in the perspective of their life. Because ideally, if they want like a committed relationship, they want one partner for many years, but they don't even give themselves a few years to figure out their own shit. Like figure out who they are and what they like as a person and grow and develop. Like,
I'm assuming you all believe that like you truly can't love someone until you love yourself, or at least know yourself.
I don't know if that's necessarily true, 'cause I feel like you can love people while also not being 100% confident yet, but you're not going to have a healthy relationship where you can really empathize with the other person before you empathize with yourself and figure out, because if you're just torturing yourself and then trying to cater to them, it's not really going to work that way because you're going to have these unresolved issues.
Noted and noted. Thank you.
All right.
All right. I think that's about it. Thank you so much for your time. Happy Sunday.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Take care.
Man.
Best
Thanks,
of luck
bye.
to you.
Thank you. Bye.
I had to bring out the snaps for that one, Amouranth. Haven't pulled that out in a while.
The snaps.
I don't even do that. I don't know why. I'm doing, I'm code switching, as Hasan says, with the girls,
All right. The next person is Cannoli.
Hey, all right.
Yeah,
sorry.
Cannoli, she, her.
How you doing, huh?
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing? Hey, Cannoli, I knew one of the family members would be here. How you doing?
Hey, I'm fucking doing well. I'm
All
doing
right.
well, Chooch.
Hey, all right. Let's see what you got. What's your name?
I'm Chloe.
Chloe, where are you
Nice to
from?
meet you all.
Nice to meet you.
I
You're
am from Oregon.
Oh, me too.
Yes. Hey, shout out. I
Hey.
heard, yeah, Portland. You were talking about it earlier in the stream.
Eugene, close.
Oh shit, 2 hours away from. Oh, fuck, I'm
Yeah.
talking to myself.
Oh,
Anyway,
no,
no one
it's all
knows
right.
where
Portland. Okay, cool. All right, let's hear what you got, Chloe.
Yeah, man. I'll hop into it. And just I want to preface, this is gonna be a little bit. I don't want to say long-winded. If you just let me get through, I will. I promise everything will make sense. It's
No
just
worries.
there's a lot of things I want you guys to consider as I, say my question.
All right, let's hear it.
But yeah.
Let's hear it.
Alrighty, I'll start from the beginning. So I actually just recently moved to Oregon.
Mhm.
I was originally living in Utah. I moved here about a year and a half ago. I
Welcome.
started, yeah, thank you. I started running a cafe with my family on the coast, and yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It's so much fun.
Mm.
But yeah, I was just kind of lonely after moving here and working for a good 6 months. I was like, damn, I'm really lonely because I went from, living around tens of thousands of people in white suburbia, Utah, and
Oh,
now moving to a small town with less than 10,000. Like,
and Chloe, if I may, not only you, I don't even think white is enough of like. I don't think the word white
thank
isn't
you,
enough to describe how white Utah is.
thank
Like,
you,
like I don't even think
thank
there's a
you, God.
color white, a shade
Dog,
of
so
white.
is Oregon
that
though.
exist.
If you
Oh my
don't,
God.
Not even. No, not even close. Utah.
okay,
you
if you're
walk
not
off the
talking about
plane-
like
Because if we're talking about the capitals where it's like the most blue, like Salt Lake City is definitely like it's got more minorities than the rest of Utah, but it's it's fucking white. And then
Well,
if you go to
it's-
Portland, it definitely is more
Yeah,
diverse.
it's definitely white, but like I'm talking, you get off the plane in Salt Lake and you get hit with a gust of white. Like it's like
Bro,
like
it's
there's
in
a
the air.
storm. Yeah, it's like yeah. And I were expecting high winds and Chances of gusts of white.
All I'm saying is, depending on where you go in Oregon, it can be just as white as Utah.
That's true.
Absolutely.
All right, but
Yes.
let's continue. So you moved to a small town.
Yes. Oh, I should probably admit I am Italian, so I'm like,
Hey, let's go.
yeah.
We were getting really
I'm like
apparent
white,
here.
but I'm on the outskirts of whiteness. Sorry, I
I thought you
just
were
wanted
doing
to put that
Italian
in.
face, which was really concerning to me.
Sorry.
It's all right.
No.
No, good.
Yeah, anyway, so I was lonely and I am 18, by the way. So yeah, when I was lonely, I was kind of in this desperate phase, and I downloaded this app called Yubo. I am not condoning the use of the app Yubo. Please never download it. It's literally kid Tinder. It's awful. But I've been, around. I know the ropes of like grooming and whatnot. So I was just like, fuck it. Like I know how to navigate. I'm gonna use this just out of an act of desperation. So
Wait, there's a
long story
dating
sh-
app for kids? What the fuck?
Oh, Hasan, it's so bad. It's so bad.
What kind of libertarian bullshit is that?
Dude, it was originally for like. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I didn't know there was an app. I just thought that's what Twitch chat was. A dating app.
Jesus Christ. I feel like that's like literally just for the FBI to like hopefully catch some fucking,
Oh, dude, I think it's just
pedophiles.
run by the FBI.
They might as well call it To Catch a Predator, the app.
Yeah, it's a cesspool, but it is what it is. This ties in to my next thing. I'm not condoning it, but I eventually found my boyfriend on there. I saw like the name of my town, which is again like only 6,000 people. I saw the name of my town on his profile, and I was like, oh shit. So yeah, we ended up talking and then eventually meeting. I met him at my cafe just for safety. So like if he was a 90-year-old man, my dad could beat him up. So yeah. uh yeah, so things went well and we've now been dating for about 8 months. But yeah, it felt really cosmic, like our connection, just because of it followed suit with like this amazing move and getting our little cafe running, and just everything was kind of working out perfectly. It was really cool. But yeah, I quickly learned that he moved here as well recently, like about a year ago as well, from California.
Why the fuck are
And
people moving to this little ass town? So
I know.
random. Sorry. Go on.
No, it's okay. It's amazing. Again,
Kinda
it's
sus.
cosmic.
Some people don't want to live in a shithole like Los Angeles, Hasan. Okay.
Shut up, bitch. You're gonna fucking move here.
Yeah, I will. I will. All roads lead to Los Angeles. It's true.
Okay, go on. Sorry.
Go on. Sorry.
Oh no, you're okay. Yeah, so he moved because he came from a pretty awful situation. And it's really brave, and I really really like respect him for it. His mom was just involved with harder drugs like methamphetamine, and it was getting really bad and starting to affect him. So he made the choice to pack up and leave and go move to where his dad and grandma had been living, which is here, for about 2 years. And yeah, so that's cool. But
And
yeah,
how old is he?
he's a year younger than me, but he's 18 this year. I'm 19 this year. So
Okay. Yeah. All right. And go ahead. Continue with what you're saying.
um,
Robbing the cradle over
yeah.
there. I'm
A
just
year
kidding.
apart
Go
when
on.
you're that age feels like such a It's so as you get older, like the age gap, like it's interesting how
It
that
matters
works.
less when you're older.
Yeah.
Yeah, most
I'm
definitely. Well,
joking.
it does come
Yeah.
into play with this. I know. I never thought I would do it, Hassan, but I did it.
I can't believe you were 1 years old when he was born. That's crazy. I'm just
Don't expose me
bringing
right
what the
now.
Twitch chat is probably going to say to you
I'm not
directly.
looking at the chat. The mods told me they were mean. Hi, chat, but also I'm not looking at you.
They're
Don't ever do
nice.
it.
They're nice. There's a
I'll watch
there's
the
they're nice.
replay when I'm emotionally ready. Um, but yeah, sorry. I'm sorry. I don't want to take up time from other people, but
You're okay.
yeah, as like we got more comfortable, he kind of just like started exhibiting like some, I don't know, some narcissistic behaviors. And again, I absolutely understand where he's coming from, with a mom who herself is a narcissist, and he really had to, grow up fast and protect himself. So yeah, he just kind of had some self-serving behaviors that we kind of were combating with.
Such as? Or maybe you don't want to
Just
share? Let's just I'll let you continue. Go ahead.
if you understand, really what like narcissistic tendencies are, just like kind of being inconsiderate a little bit, and just it got exhausting to kind of like sit through and talk through these issues, and like I absolutely want to do that. I love taking care of people, um, especially like the ones closest to me. But yeah. Okay, I'm not gonna get emotional.
I mean, he's 17, not. I mean, you're 18.
You
You
can
know what I mean?
really decide who's a narcissist when they're so young. I feel like a lot of people are just self-centered because they're ignorant of the world around them. They've never experienced anything.
Absolutely, yeah, and by no means am I calling him a narcissist. No,
He's
he
too young.
I really have like I feel like I have a sense for reading people, and definitely when I met him, like he's just a good soul, and like with everything else that he's done in his life that like truly aligned with his desires, that like he is a good person. Like I don't know, that's just how I see it. But yeah, I guess at the beginning of last week we kind of just hit our boiling point, and we've been taking a break. But we've both been checking up on each other frequently, and it seems like he's being like truly insightful, But my knee jerk reaction to him, you know, saying all this and being like, I'm gonna change for you, like it's
Wait, hold
triggering.
on. Did you say you're an empath?
I don't want to
No,
claim that.
Okay,
I don't want to
listen.
claim
No, no,
that.
no. I've been on TikTok. Okay.
No, oh
Isn't that a
please,
bad? Isn't
I'm
that a
not a Gen
bad
Zer.
dynamic? Empath versus narcissist. Like narcissists are very good at manipulating empaths. Isn't that what they say on TikTok?
I'm gonna be honest. I had to uninstall TikTok. Like I can't.
I'm just
I don't
saying. I'm
work.
with
My
it. I'm
brain
hip.
doesn't work
I'm
the
hip, guys.
same
I'm
as this.
30, but I'm hip. Okay, it's whatever.
Is it because
No, I get you. I'm sorry. You are. I'm sorry.
By the way, can I just say this? I'm 28 now, and it is so much cooler than being 18. No offense. I know it feels. I feel like so. It's so much better to be 28 than 8. I hate like I have so much more knowledge. I'm so much more confident. I'm so much more.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like I know. Look, I'm
What do
not
you know? You're
saying that you're not.
19.
But
Absolutely.
I'm just saying when you turn 28, maybe it
Hey.
won't be. But when you get to be my age, 28, I feel like you may. I don't know. You may enjoy.
All right, old man.
I
Let her
mean,
finish her story.
Sorry, go ahead.
absolutely. As in, like, I cannot wait for my 20s. Like, just feel something for me. Like, and I know there's such exponential knowledge like between the years, especially when you're younger. But like in your 20s, it like solidifies, and I'm excited for that. But
Yeah.
yes. Anyway, old
You
man
got it.
Austin.
You got it. Okay, continue. Sorry, I keep interrupting you rudely. Go ahead.
You're okay. You're okay. But yeah, as I was saying, it's just sort of triggering when like I hear like the I'm gonna change because and I don't like bringing up the past. Like I don't mean for it to be petty, but I definitely bring it up to show a pattern
Mhm.
because my past relationships have truly been like a train wreck. Like anytime I brought up taking a break or reevaluating where you know we stand with each other in a relationship, it just kind of like chaos would ensue. I was like stalked, threatened, like physically, emotionally, mentally. They would threaten to kill themselves. Like if I
Jesus
left,
Christ.
they'd hurt themselves in front of me. Like,
What's going on? Is it because they're
dude,
watching Euphoria? What's happening with this generation?
dude, I don't know. I don't know. And like
13
I
Reasons
was
Why.
much younger when I had these relationships. Again, it could just be they're very young, but like still, this is real trauma that I went through, and I didn't realize it was this big of a deal until now, where I have to deal with the situation again. And so, I
Look,
guess it
But he's
like
not
my
doing any of that,
question.
right? This is previous relationships.
Yes, it's just like the like I'm gonna change. I'll
here's the
show
deal.
you. And
Here's
he
the
also he
yeah.
wrote notes and like texted my family, and like none of this
Okay,
was
he's
extreme
18. He's
whatsoever.
quite literally is physically impossible for him not to change. Okay. Like, I mean, I hate to do oh, you guys are so young, you don't know any better, but like, it's literally physically impossible for him not to change. He's gonna change. It could be for the better or it could be for the worse. The point here
Right.
is, do you want to be there through that process? Like how much you like this person, or are you worried and you want to shelter yourself from potential you know, whatever the fuck Euphoria teenagers are doing, where they stalk or cyber stalk or whatever the fuck that is. Ultimately, it
Yeah.
doesn't really matter though, because you guys are both super duper young. Just because you're in a small
Absolutely.
town, you think, I mean, the town you're describing seems like it's like, you know, like a summer camp fling almost. Like the population is so low that you think like this is it.
It's
But
true. But like we both came from like bigger cities and like I don't know.
but even
I
then
just
you'll
feel like
find
we're
other
a bit
people.
more mature than like the rest of our generation. And I know, oh, so many people love to say that, but like truly, I cannot connect with my. It's so weird to say because I'm dating a 17-year-old who is younger than me, but anyway, that is perfectly like what my question is, and what has been tearing me up inside is if we broke up, he would have nothing, you know,
Here's
because
the deal.
he has me, he has a job, he
Yeah.
has my family who takes him in as his own. But again, if we did
What?
continue, like it would be
Here's the deal.
I'd
He's
have to take
17.
that
He
leap
has,
of
he has a
faith.
whole world ahead of him. Don't worry about him.
This is a very like blunt and some may say mean approach. But I believe you are 19 years old. You have a long life ahead of you, a long life of relationships, especially as you describe your 20s potentially. You need, if the reason that you're staying in, it's never a reason to stay in the relationship because you feel bad for what could happen if you're not in that relationship to that person. That is never a good reason. I think that's a toxic way to be in a relationship. No matter how bad that may sound or appear, people be like, oh, like that's mean, but you have to put you first, especially at this age. You're so
100%.
young. You've got your
Right.
life ahead of you. You need not worry yourself with these sorts of things. You're too young to let this affect you and impact you. And I think you're super sweet and you're super nice, and it's so great that you care about him. But you can care about somebody and also not wrap yourself up in a relationship just because that you're afraid of what might happen if you're not in one.
I mean, you're
So
not his mom. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you can't. What are you doing? You're 19. Like,
I am. And yeah, like
Do you have any pets? I think you need to replace him with a puppy, and you'll feel a lot better. Like
I have fish.
hot take.
But seriously, like I've had situations with this like this in my personal life where I've known people that they feel so bad for somebody and it starts to, and that's fine. Helping them out, that's great. Help somebody. I love that. That's what I do. I help people. But to a point when it starts to impact your life to an like relationship wise, when you're in getting in a relationship with them for that reason, it's toxic and it's not healthy for you and your
Yeah.
mental health.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
and
not
that's
saying you
definitely
can't
like
care
a
about him, but it seems like you're concerned for his well-being as if he were your child, and he's gonna be fine. It's not like he's homeless. He's not kicked out of his house, is he? He literally still lives with his parents, assuming. Like
Yeah.
he doesn't need you. And that's not to sound mean, but like he's not gonna die if you were to break up, you know?
No, you're right. And like it's a hard pill to swallow because I think like I I tend to forget how much I've seen myself like lose myself in like relationships that I've been in. Like I just they become my whole world because I'm so like worried about them because of past relationships and like people literally being like I'm going to kill myself because of you. So like I just like don't
I've had
want
that in the past too. I had an ex who was like, "I'm gonna kill myself if we're not together," and you know, my dad was like, "He's bluffing, and if anyone says it to you, they're being toxic." And I just trusted my dad. He didn't kill himself.
Oh, absolutely. If someone told that to me now, I'd look them in the eyes and be like, "Do it, man." Like
okay, don't do
because
that.
that part
That's God
they're not
damn.
gonna
Let's
kill
not,
themselves.
let's
So
not,
sorry.
don't tell anybody to do that. That's
Okay,
not a
sorry.
good thing. You should give them the proper resources and you should take everything like that seriously.
If
But
they were truly being toxic, I guess I
well,
would.
yeah, and it's hard to tell whether that's a or whatnot. Like you need to advise if somebody. I hope if somebody was taking, you need to take that stuff seriously for sure. Don't ever tell them to do that.
And most definitely.
But
Make them listen to the Logic song.
but the end of the day, but at the end of the day, you shouldn't. That's not a reason to get in a relationship with somebody. You know what I mean? And look, I know you hear this over and over again, don't you, Chloe? Oh my God, you're 19. You're so young. You're whole. Do you hear that? Doesn't that get annoying? Right? Does that annoy you at all?
I absolutely know it's true. Like I know
But
I
it's
have so
true.
much
That's
growing
what,
to
that's what I was
do.
trying to say. It's so fucking true, and it's so hard because I remember being 19. It's so fucking hard to think past, like think into the future because you haven't lived that long.
Right.
Yeah,
And
you have
I
some
think
growing up to do individually, other than this relationship. Like, even the way that you're dealing with this relationship, of just as far as I can tell, is also unhealthy. Okay, like you don't have to be codependent and like constantly taking care of other people. You need to explore on your own as well. I mean, you're very young, so obviously you have a lot of that to do in front of you, ahead of you, right? It might feel like it's not the case because you're living in a small town, and you might feel like you found someone with like similar values because they also came from a big city. But don't let that, shackle you, especially into a relationship with a boy who also needs to grow up on his own. Who knows? Maybe down the line, a couple years, it might work out. But it seems like even for your own safety and your own development, your own upbringing, it seems like you should probably, work on your own a little bit, work on yourself.
And set boundaries for yourself. Like you've experienced these situations in the past, these toxic relationships. Set boundaries for yourself. You don't want to go. You don't have to go through that again. You don't have to deal with that again. If you start to see that again, remove yourself from the situation. Have a good time. Talk and meet new people. Figure out what you like. Love is a journey. Sexuality is a journey. Explore it. You know what I mean? On all spectrums. You're so young. You should don't. I mean, look, I'm not going to be like one of those people that's like, don't get in a relationship. You're too young, because things happen, right? But explore, have a good time. You know what I mean? Enjoy
Yeah.
yourself. Don't burden yourself with all this, trivial stuff when you're this young. And I get it. You're a care. You care for them. Okay. Then don't stop caring for people. Don't lose that empathy. It's a very good trait and a very good quality. Never lose that. But at the same
He's an
time,
empath.
don't
You
let
won't
that
lose it.
don't let that empathy start to erode your mental health and your well-being, right?
And for
That's
anyone
good.
else who's also like as young as you are in the chat, we're not like adults aren't trying to invalidate your feelings. We're just trying to give you like a different perspective because we've lived longer, is all. So it's not that your feelings aren't valid. You can still have relationships from a young age. You can still care about people, but just keep an open mind that things might change. Your brain's not even done developing, like biologically speaking.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of other people can say that they've experienced something similar, and it's just so weird. Like in COVID, like all of our relationships, I don't know, just like I know things can change so quickly, but we've been like stuck in this pandemic for like 2 years, and it just feels like things are stuck. But like even with this opportunity to like talk to you guys, like it's just so cool. Like I got so excited. I was like, I would have never guessed this would have happened like a month ago, and like things can change, and they do, and my brain changes every single day. Like I will never be the same person as I was yesterday, and yeah, I do
And you
have growing to
grow
do.
and you learn and you become you learn from your mistakes, and you gain new perspective, and that's just the way it is. You know what I mean? And you're going to continue to do that throughout life. I mean, I think at every stage of life, past like when you starting when you're a teenager, I feel like you know everything, and then you continue to learn and realize, damn, I really don't know shit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Also, you're 19. Stay away from Keemstar. You're right in the
Yes,
age
sir.
range.
Oh my god, no, dude, I've seen your. Yeah, I've seen it all, man. Keem will never.
You'll see
be
more. You're
liked.
only 19. You'll see even
Yeah.
more.
I know.
I
And by
just
the
mean
way,
like
We're
Keem
young
wise. That
too.
dude is absolutely off.
yeah, speaking for
Just
yourself, I'm old as fuck. I'm 30. Look, the other
That's
thing I was gonna say is, I mean, we like kind of ripped into this dude. Like, I don't know what the severity of his like narcissism looks like. He just basically
No.
said, I'll do better. And I guess he said like what? He doesn't want to discuss certain things with you. Is that what it was?
We just haven't talked yet. Like, I feel like we need to see each other
Yeah, I
for a
mean,
sec.
you don't have to
I don't
like
even
cut him
know this
off
guy.
from the
He could
fucking
be-
hip. You know what I mean? You don't have to fire from the hip. Like maybe he's fine. You know,
Yeah.
we
Like I'm saying, don't lose that empathy, right?
Yeah.
But just don't let it when it
Thanks,
gets to the
Austin.
point where it starts to erode your mental health, then
Yeah,
stop.
I most definitely catastrophize, like, when I, like, worry. I just
It is
kinda
kind
go
of
down
weird
rabbit
that he's
holes.
like writing letters to
Me
your
too.
family though. Is that normal? Is that like some fucking like
Well,
Salt Lake
it
City
wasn't
shit or what's
letters
happening?
per se. It wasn't letters. It's actually,
Salt
another
Lake City.
good thing. It was like some self introspection. He was just like, I think I have like some cognitive dissonance. I jump to conclusions about things you say or think or do, and like they
Oh
were just kind of
fuck.
like, it
Is that
sounds
normal?
weird. I
Did
don't
you
know
love that or
why.
did you like go that's fucking weird? This is
It
more I'm
kind of
trying to
freaked me out
understand.
because it wasn't to me. Like my brother had them in his backpack, and this all sounds just like insane. But I don't know. It's small town shit, I guess. I don't know what to say to that.
Hey, small town shit. You ever thought about? I don't know. Never mind.
What? Okay. I mean,
Look,
I think
Anyway,
that's kind of
sorry.
weird, but I don't get it. Like, I feel like, what the fuck? Like, he's like writing
No,
letters to your
yeah.
family.
Look, I think you're great and you're gonna figure it all out. But I hope we helped with our advice.
Yeah, most definitely, man. You had me crying over here.
Oh,
It's
really?
good to hear. Yeah, like I
We
was
brought you to
being quiet.
tears?
Yes.
I do
Oh
that
my
a lot. I
goodness.
make a lot of people
Yeah.
cry. Okay.
Yeah, Amouranth.
No,
Yeah,
in a
in
good way.
different.
In a good
Well,
way.
yeah. Well, I don't know. It depends.
Yeah, I definitely like have a lot of older friends. Like my friend who is 25, Sarah, told me to say hello to you. By the way, Hasan.
Hi, Sarah. Oh, okay. Fuck Sarah. No, I'm
Austin,
kidding.
I swear to God, I knew you were gonna
Jesus
jump the
fucking
gun.
Christ, Austin. You know it's my show, right?
Thank you for coming on,
Hey.
Cannoli.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you guys. You're wonderful. Have a great
You
night.
got so
I
used
just
to it. Thank you.
ruined Sarah's life because you didn't say hi to Sarah. Say hi to
No,
Sarah,
I said
Hasan.
I did. I said hi, but you jumped the fucking gun before I could even say it.
Wait, Hasan, I have a question. It's more so like CHADVICE question.
What's up?
What
I'm an
would you
empath.
do? What would you do to suggest running the top of the hour ad break?
Oh my god. Okay. This is what happens when one of your moderators becomes a professional streamer with a fucking partner and everything. You know what I mean? Like a whole ass.
Hasan.
They change up. This is professional streamer behavior right here. You what do you do, Morgan? You fucking subscribe for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime. That's what you do.
Or guess what? You can subscribe free by connecting your Amazon Prime account to your boyfriend's mom's dad's account and connecting it to your Twitch
Okay, you
account.
fucked that
and
up a little bit.
I know I went off, but yeah.
Okay,
Subscribe for $5 or with that tier 3, you know?
All right, here's a woman ad break now. Thanks.
So I do have to be going, Hasan.
Okay, how many more do we have? Do we have 2 or 1? I have
we
to
have
go
2
as
people.
well.
We have 2 people, but
well, I've actually got to go like now. I have to.
I got nothing going on if you want
Should we-
us to figure out the last people.
Okay, if you got to go right now, I also have to go. Like I'm super late to dinner with my family, and they're texting
I'm
me right
super
now.
late to a dinner too with my family.
What? Okay. Okay, Austin sounded fake. Mine is real. They're literally there, and they're texting me.
No.
And I gotta go.
Dude, knowing Hasan, they've been at the table for 3 hours.
Yes, they
and he
have.
just
They've
forgot
actually
about it.
been there for half an hour
They're
at this
wondering
point.
where he is, and he's not.
Well, I
just
felt
gonna
bad
show
because
up.
we had like 500 people to sign up or
Dude,
whatever,
no,
and then
it's fine.
I felt terrible because I didn't want to. You know, I people waited, so I'll just do one more.
Are you sure?
I have to run. So,
Okay, you go. I'll do one
No,
more.
Hassan,
Thank
it's fine. They can just come on next time. Like,
Okay, we can
it's
do it
fine.
next time then.
Wait, are we doing this once a month? Is that what we're doing?
I mean, we can.
All right, Hasan, I'll just draft the contract, and then we'll.
Okay, bro.
No, thank you for having me, Hasan. It was a real pleasure. Thank you, everybody, for having me.
Thank you for coming on, Austin Show, Mr. Show. Thank you,
right.
Ethan Klein, and also who could forget?
right.
Obviously, the most important guest we've ever had, the Queen herself, Amouranth.
That's right.
Thanks for the moment. I was just lurking in chat. It was fun though.
No, it was great.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Twitter.com/Austin on Twitter. That's where you can find me. Yeah, that's it.
And obviously, that's not all. Shouts out to Morgan for absolutely fucking crushing it, and every other regulator and moderator as well for putting this together. I wasn't even going to do this. I wasn't even thinking about it. And then Morgan was like, we got to do another CHADVICE like immediately. And I hope you guys
Everybody's
enjoyed
been
that.
asking for it. Everyone loves it.
You should do it regularly. Make it like a weekly thing.
Nah, weekly thing, I think like it would fuck up the authenticity of it, you know?
Like maybe once a quarter, once a month.
I mean, I do it like, I do it like once every 4 or 5 months at this point.
Bi-weekly. Chat once
And-
bi-weekly.
Oh God, yeah.
Also,
I say once every month or once every 2 months.
once every 2 months, probably. Also, shouts out to Fizz, my most racist moderator. He's back from his 30-day ban for typing the C word in the chat. Twitch
That was
gave him
30
a
days ago?
30-day ban.
There's no way that was 30 days ago.
Yes, it was. I'm pretty sure it
What
was,
the
right? It's been
fuck?
30 days, right?
Jesus Christ.
Has it not been 30 days?
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That was whole last year.
Homie got a 30-day ban for typing the C word in a Twitch chat. How fucking insane is that?
Insanely justified.
Yeah, that's right. Of course. We love the white race and we preserve it here. The purity of the white race must be preserved, the integrity.
Okay.
That's Twitch's words, not mine. You know, that's I'm abiding by Twitch's expectations.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Take care, everybody.
Hassan,
Hassan, I'm
you
gonna
guys-
hit you up because I need something from you.
What? Okay.
But
All
it's
right,
not
well-
anything bad. It's all offline. It won't require a
All
stream.
right, bye
I just-
everyone.
Okay, bye. Bye.
Bye.
All right, hold on one second, guys. I'm gonna activate my camera. Boom. Okay, we're back. We're back. We're back. We're freaking back, baby. We're freaking back, baby. I hope you guys enjoyed that. By the way, that was a lot of fun. For me, I am incredibly late at this stage, so I have to run. My family is probably going to disown me, if we're being 100% honest, and they have every right to do so. Hope you learned a little bit today on this beautiful day. Let me see. Okay. 1 second. All right. Keem tweeted about you. Yeah, I know. I saw. He said I was too stupid, or something. And who cares? Fuck Keemstar. Anyway, okay. I'll be rating Morgan, and that is all for tonight, folks. Love you all. See you tomorrow. Wait, what the fuck? I almost rated someone totally random here. What the fuck? Is she not live? She is not coming up on my list. Oh, she's not live? Oh, she's not coming up on my list. Anyway, like I said, shouts out to the mod team, shouts out the regs, shouts out to Fizz, never banned again. NBA Youngboy never banned again. He's back. So watch out. Don't be white in the chat. He will ban you. He is an anti-white racist to the highest magnitude. I mean, my God, he literally he caught a fucking fat one. You know what I mean? He caught a big fatty. His prison sentence. Don't say that. I'm gonna get clapped again. I don't know, man. Anyway, all right. Love you all, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.